It's the sound of when people ping something on the map with the tab button.
It's not even tab. I was hit with the line tool. It was like if you click the line tool, it does.
If you hit, if you click without pulling with the line tool, it's really weird.
I didn't need to do an episode intro anyway. Welcome to season 2, episode 1, 3029. Technically still 3028, part 2. We're making noises with the line tool. I guess that's what we're doing with our time.
Wait, isn't it episode 2 of season 2?
No, because we do the episodes are the whole year contained.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
So it's part 2.
Session. Yeah.
You could technically call it the second episode, but there was a time where I thought there were only going to be 3 or 4 in any one given episode, and I could take the VODs and like chain them all together and make like one 8-hour long movie, but that was before we started having 10-part years. Things slowed down really fast after the first year. The first thing that happens in our episode is we hear someone going, "This is Dragon 1. Is anyone out there?" And we don't see anything for a moment, and then there's like it goes past the screen and the camera turns, and there is a hunchback going end over end, floating through space that appears to be getting dangerously near the planet's atmosphere. And they're going, "This is Dragon 1, requesting update. This is Dragon 1. Is anybody out there?" And we can hear that there's like lots of background chatter between the Cretans that are like, "Coordinating lantern pattern now. Requested pattern beta not available. Seppuku family did not comply with orders." And somebody's just like, "All right, we'll hit the spaceport then. Go with pattern gamma." We can see like fighter craft are starting to do bombing on the planet. Some planetary defenses are rising up, but it's basically like mercenaries versus trained soldiers who were ready for all of this, and the mercenaries are getting their asses kicked. We cut
I thought
to
in the Battletech universe, mercenaries were like the peak badasses.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly...
That's what the mercenaries tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's certainly what
sell to
academia
you,
would
right?
tell you, yeah.
That's what the Battletech game told me, which is my only experience other than this.
Because they want you to hire them.
The problem with mercenaries is that you're always given the worst job with the highest casualty rates, right? You're told to go storm the beaches because that's where they're paying you.
Yeah,
so they don't send their own troops.
So you don't, yes, exactly. We then cut to a panther, which is prone on the ground, facing the wrong direction, with a hatchet man standing over it. And they're going, "This is Dragon 2. Is anyone out there?" And then we hear like a kss, and he goes, "Shit, I think I'm being jammed. Oh, fuck." And we could see him flipping toggles, and he's going, "I'm shutting down. I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering. Can anyone hear me?" No one can hear him, except, of course, Eddie, because Eddie is the one putting out the jamming.
In space, no one can hear you scream, AP.
Especially when Anko Seppuku is jamming your signal.
I don't think a hunchback's gonna burn up in the atmosphere, isn't it?
And
I'm just
Not
imagining
created to survive re-entry.
There's probably nothing more vomit-inducing than being stuck in a cockpit, spinning and free-falling towards the earth.
Oh yeah, the good news is that you will pass out before you die, like of tragic fire death. Yeah,
you know what I think Anko's like jamming signal ends up being when they know they have the upper hand. It's kind of like a subtle laughter in the background, so like they just hear like a little cackling that happens in space.
We hear Dragon 3 going, "This is Dragon 3. I'm outside the jamming area. It looks like the rest of Dragonlance is down. Requesting reinforcement immediately. We have to keep these people on the station." And then Dragon 4 is like, we just get them in their cockpit. They've been knocked over by a Black Knight, and they're currently tangled in the destroyed wreck of a turret. And they're like flipping their shutdown surrender buttons as well. They are broadcasting a surrender, but here's the thing: for both the Jenner and the
Black Knight,
the Panther, neither of those mechs were broadcasting a surrender or shutting down at the end of the last round. So technically, by the laws of war, if you follow the Ares Convention and care, they are still legitimate targets until the end of the round. you could continue kicking the shit out of them.
my ship.
So the thing to remember is that the chances of you being able to salvage anything off of this battle are near zero. You're definitely going to lose the station. There's no question about it. Okay. They have you have a lance of mechs, and they have 100+ mechs.
Unlimited.
We have a company,
Effectively unlimited
multiple
waves.
companies. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost like a battalion.
The chances of you holding the station are 0%. So you won't be able to take any of these mechs home. Anything you leave for them intact, they're probably going to be able to repair and lose. And any of their pilots you kill is a pilot that they don't have. On the other hand, killing another pilot in a situation like this is fairly dishonorable. But there's no one to know what happened up here besides Paul Kahn.
We know the stakes, right?
Yes,
Like, we know that-
yes, that's
we
why
know
I'm
how
explaining this
desperate
to you.
this
Your
stand is.
pilots all know what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make judgment calls.
Our primary
we're-
mission. Our primary mission is to get the civilians and the those that are on the station off the station safely.
Yeah. so
Yes,
that they
that's
can
your
evac.
mission for this scenario, but I want to
Right.
remind you, you also need to theoretically survive a planetary invasion.
Right.
It's not done when we get off of here. They don't just go.
So what I'm
home.
saying is, you could. I'm setting up the chivalry question. You could let these guys shut down, leave the pilots alive, leave the machines relatively intact, and your honor is complete. Or you could trash their machines, kill the pilots, deny them those assets. That's 2 mechs you won't have to face down the line.
Go ahead. I want to hear what
But
Jasper
it
does.
would-
No, what is the
dishonorable.
question? What was the name of our lance? What were we calling our call signs? Not
was
like
red.
huntsman.
Red.
Was
Yes,
red?
it was
one
red.
through
Red.
red,
It was red
through
team.
4.
No, it was Rogue. I thought. Was it Rogue?
No,
Oh,
you
it
guys
was
went
red
with
because
red.
I wanted to go red squadron.
wanted to go
standing
Yeah,
by.
Star
We
Wars.
were a red team. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just want to be clear, I've run 9 sessions of Battletech since the last episode of this. It's fucking exhausting running that much Battletech. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's only been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
Solaris Nights.
episodes.
Yeah, so I want to
crazy.
hear what Jasper is thinking first.
Red team, this is Red 2. When broadcasting surrenders, stand down. I repeat, stand down against surrenders. Copy that, Red 2.
So I'm kind of thinking this.
You can
over, so I
overrule.
made
You can overrule me.
Lachlan
No,
rubs his thumb on the
yeah.
on the microphone and goes, "I'm not getting your," and then kicks the Jenner right off of the map.
Yeah, no. I want to talk this through because I don't totally know in my head what he would do. Because basically, what I'm thinking is Lachlan, as we saw him at the start of the show, would not in a million years just like murder this pilot and trash the Jenner. Because he cared so much about that kind of like honor and chivalry and that kind of like Solaris style like mech fighting is really more about the competition than about the war aspect. But after
Or a sport. Yeah.
right, it's a sport to him, or it was. But I'm like almost wondering if like after the last couple of years and like what has happened with Kuro and a couple of other kind of hairy experiences, if he might just be kind of like all out to preserve Whittington and like preserve the Oath of Endosteel legacy. And I'm kind of torn. And so maybe like that's what it is. Maybe we get like this like moment of hesitation where it like looks like Lachlan is just going to like kick this guy off into space. And then we get like that kind of radio chatter in like the like background. And there's another like long.
I have the
moment.
words. Sam, I have the words.
Go ahead.
Because I can tell the tense is like.
Show them what we're fighting for, Lachlan.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, and then he just goes, Roger, and like we takes his hand off of the button to the obvious button that shows up on the dashboard that just says kick with a big boot.
I think it's actually foot pedals, so we see you hesitating to actually manipulate your neck legs.
It's literally like the Among Us conference button. You have to flip it open.
Right.
Puts this thing back down.
So just to fill us in on what is happening. We are on the ivory tower. We're on the command section at the top of the tower, facing away from the planet. 2 generators are down right now. If all 8 generators go down, there is not enough oxygen and pressure, oxygen mix, and heat to keep the civilians on the emergency docks alive. They'll be forced to go back into the station and be captured, essentially.
Does it matter if there's like 1 on each side left? Like, does that matter at all?
You need at least 1 on each side.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
Question.
There's not like a divert power situation.
Round, they are being loaded into emergency shuttles, but these shuttles are literally like 5-person Soyuz capsules that are being tossed down there.
Yeah.
Question: did every single mech that's currently on the platform or on the station
escape pods
surrender, or was it only the 2 that are surrounded?
Only the 2 that are down, and you guys are
this
honoring.
One here.
He has not surrendered.
There are no life signs in that pot.
He got dinged, but he didn't die.
Yes.
And then, if I remember correctly, I'm guarding the thing that like lets us get comm access.
Correct. The radio. No. Okay. So the radio tower allows you to know incoming enemy positions, so you know what mechs are coming and when they're coming. The comms tower here allows you to continue to communicate with everyone on a regular basis, and the power generators keep the thingies, the civilian docks online.
Awesome.
Next, the Grappler Satellite moves at the beginning of the round to the front end of the tower. There's currently nothing on the Grappler Satellite. It is creating a sort of net that is grabbing debris, and the debris trails it like a wake, so it's turning into like a mini comet, which is exactly what its job is to grab, random crap floating around the station that could hurt people.
Right.
Okay.
Planet for being shotgunned.
It's how you time your drops. Yeah, makes sense. That's smart.
You have 6 rounds remaining until all of the civilians are evacuated, at which point the unfinished business will arrive somewhere on this map and begin onloading all of you. Okay. So, who's rolling initiative for your side?
I remember correctly, it was Jasper,
Yeah, red 2. I'm going to be rolling the red dice that I assume you have picture-in-picture, right?
I do.
Okay.
I started doing that for Solaris Knights.
I rolled a natural 10. I think I have a +4.
Okay, you definitely.
I thought you had better than that.
Yeah, you have +5, dude.
I have +5. Thank you.
You definitely beat a 4.
No, my tactics is 4. I have a +4.
No, I thought you had 1 on me because I have 4. But okay.
No, we're tied.
If I remember correctly,
we're tied,
it was
but
Ty and Lachlan, it was
trust me.
up to what Lachlan decided.
That's only because Anko's currently under arrest, and there's people saying that her family might have tried to overthrow the government and kill Sebastian Bassett.
Yeah, no.
And Lachlan's known her for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the rookie, but like you're the new person in the squad,
Totally.
So the Panther 1, Dragon 3 remains standing in the location that it is at, and uses its E-War modules and its mech sensors to start disabling the next power generator.
Yeah.
Do we need to get it to move or fall this turn?
If it falls, it doesn't make a difference.
Oh, I thought I talked you into saying that falling.
No, what you talked me into saying was if you physically move it like you did with the Jenner, I'll buy that, because the pilot's a little busy trying to not die.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense. All right.
That's the only movement I make, because all the other mechs are here. I'm leaving them on the battle map, but they will not act. They're all shut down.
Except that guy.
As long as you trust them not to start up again.
I sure don't.
Well, they have officially surrendered. If they unsurrender, of course, it's a violation of, pretty much every article of war ever written. False surrender is an act of war in itself, I believe. So all of you get to move.
Okay.
Except for you, Paul Kahn. You're a pain in the butt. You have to stand still for the whole round. No moving.
Technically, I'm moving
I
fast.
feel really bad because someone was like, I can't wait for all the aerospace combat in this episode. And I'm like, oh, Soundwave, you got to entertain this person. I'm not doing aerospace combat yet. I need to learn the aerospace combat rules before I do that. I know the high altitude bombing rules. That's what I know.
Oh, those are sweet too.
Yeah, they are really good.
Especially if you put an infantry guy on the table.
So the only thing that I can really do, unless I'm like just staying over here in case more enemies show up on this side, is I could try to book it all the way across the map so that I'm in PPC range. But I basically get one PPC shot this entire time, and then otherwise I'm like totally overheating.
No, I would centralize yourself somewhere like around here, just to like be able to get into range of anything that moves in this space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A single PPC shot also can punch through a Panther's armor anyway.
Yeah, I was just throwing out like basically one thing I could think of that would actually be damaging this guy.
No,
so
totally.
I guess I should go first then, unless somebody's planning on not moving.
You fix how this.
No, that's fine. Just that way, and and then Eric or Red 2 and I will. I'm Red 3. Is that right? Just
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I will turn 1, 2. Now, if I recall correctly, I get my move speed, my run times 5, right?
You can get your run times 5.
Up to my run times 5, correct, AB?
Yeah.
Yes. If you exceed your run speed,
With a piloting check.
your regular run speed, you will need to make some checks.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I get in theory, I could move 30 spaces here. So that's 2, 3, 4, because I'm moving up. Moving down is an extra 1, 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
4,
It's
5.
nice to hear people moving in large numbers like I have to do.
6, 7, 8,
20.
9, 10, turning for 11. Oh, wait. No, never mind.
Is there skid rules for turning in
Still 10.
OG?
There are skid rules, but
11.
not in 0G. It's for on
Turning for
skiddable roads.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay, I need you to make a piloting skill check.
Okay, it's just my skill plus 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah, use the big dice.
So
in
I
the
gotta
box.
beat a 4.
Okay.
That will beat a 4.
Wow, that almost rolled over to Snake Eyes, buddy.
It did. It's
not so
but
good.
I have 2 edge and 2 plot points left, so
Okay,
you know.
all right, you're good. You do not go flying off the edge of the map or into space or injure yourself. You strain your mech in the process, and there, it's not exactly like skidding, but it's more like light bouncing on the hull of your space station. And I don't know, for some reason I feel like your Black Knight probably has like a specialized sensor package for dealing with external damage to the station. So like it's auto tagging a long streak mark for like waxing duty. It's transmitting it to the station computer.
I feel like I'm just like hearing like scuff marks happening on the bottom of the mech.
The sound is horrible, right? Because you're in space. The only thing you hear is your contact with the station. And so when you go to like turn, all you hear is like
Walken's just like, oh, Leonardo's gonna be so pissed at
It's
me.
that sound of Galaxy Quest in Galaxy Quest where like they're like coming out of the station for the first time. It's like
Just scraping.
How many hexes did you move?
19.
That's how many.
Oh, I'm
movement
sorry, you're right.
points.
So I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. 13 hex movement will get you a 4 red die.
That's pretty decent.
Well, when you move really fast, it's easy to get really high.
I like this different play style with the Black Knight of just moving as far as I can to try to bash people.
it is pretty cool.
Okay.
So who else has ideas?
I'm thinking of going here because that centralizes me to like cover lots of area.
Is there anything specific that
think about
like,
hanging out
anyone
here.
needs to go early or late to do?
I might be going late simply because I don't think I'm going to be moving that much. I think strategically, I'm just going to hold this section.
Yeah.
Like this section, my mouse is hovering over, like this side.
Yeah. Normally,
Okay.
it would matter for the aerospace fighters to strike the thing that already has moved, because that's the only way they can hit him.
Right.
But since he started off with a statement, he's not moving, it doesn't really matter to me. I've figured out my flight path. It's just silly.
I can move.
Question is there
I can move by not moving.
Yeah. Is there an opportunity for you to get friendly fire for strafing?
Yes.
Okay.
If I do a strafe on a line, everything in that line gets hit.
Got it. So
I still roll for it, but it still has a chance of hitting everything.
got it. So well, I don't plan on getting on this line here, but
Well, you don't have to worry about it. Since it's one target, I can do a strike, and it's +2 instead of +4 to me to hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's even better.
Perfect.
Let's see. So what's the range here? Oops.
Well, let's have Eric go, but if you're not gonna move, Eric, let's have you move by not moving first.
Sounds good.
I don't think AP has anything, so I guess we just go again.
Like I said,
Yeah.
I only have one thing. You guys have to just keep moving.
Okay.
Let's see. Where's my stuff? So the Dragoon, my short range is 6.
I'm gonna go ahead
So-
and move the Phoenix Hawk, since
Yeah, go for it.
I'll show you the path here in a second, AP. But he ends up here.
If the on the ruler it says 6.2, is that close enough to 6?
Are you in flying mode or are you in
Yes.
mech? Okay, good. All right, because that is an emergency dock. So if you land there, you're gonna collapse the area,
Yeah, I figured that.
kill
I was
everyone
like,
inside.
Whoops.
I was on the Draconis side the whole time.
What
You
height
run
are you
into it,
flying at?
mission success banner comes down half.
Cursor! Sudden but inevitable
The
betrayal.
building tents there are all essentially height 1. So what height are you flying at?
I'm at 4 still.
Okay. All right.
Newman.
I had to speed up a little bit, but I have a lot of thrust power, so in this space it doesn't matter
And
so much.
you do end up facing away
Away.
from the Panther?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep. I could keep going and do some more fancy turns, but I figured that was where I was going to end.
Yeah, I
anyway.
just wanted to make sure you want to expose your, your side like that.
I have the same question as Eddie. How do we measure the in space areas?
What do you mean?
Like how far is this?
distance.
Is that 5 or is that 4? Because it's showing 4.4 on my ruler.
It's 5.
Okay,
You round
so
up
that's
on
It
the
about
only
value.
gets really wonky if you start outside of the grids, but if you start in the grid with the measurement, it works right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
it's
was getting
just
20 on a 2-inch space.
yes. Okay, so as long as you round up, yeah. So Eddie, for where you are measuring, it would be 7 then.
Okay. So I would want to be here then to get where I want to be.
Yeah.
Which isn't that big of a deal. It's just one extra space, and I've got plenty of movement because of the extra and just a piloting check, which I think I'll be okay with. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's
everyone
see.
says that right up until they fail it, and then they fall 3 more
Careen into
times and
space.
disable
Yeah.
their mech.
Yeah. I'm
All I have to do
facing
is
this
get a
direction,
12.
so I have to rotate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So don't forget, if
7.
you move down or up, you have to count it twice.
Do
So
I
if you move
0G?
down, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I'm just double checking because
Yes,
it's been a
you
while.
do have to count moving up and down still.
All right, so 1 for rotating.
This
2,
isn't.
or is it
What's the
only
one
nine-
where they drill the asteroid? Is it?
How many rotations? can I do?
Armageddon.
Yeah, where they jump the vehicle and it just ends
Yeah,
up
yeah.
going in a straight line
It
without
just
ever going
flips over.
down.
Well, there's
It's not that.
doing
No,
good.
there's enough gravity here to keep you.
Okay.
Space
Grounded.
Guns and Roses, it works.
Yeah. So for rotation, is it 1 per? So I have to rotate twice to
Yes.
get to turn around. Okay, so 1, 2,
I mean,
3,
to totally turn around is 3,
4,
right?
5. Well, it's not totally turn around.
Okay,
I'm only
then it's 2.
rotating twice. Yeah. So 2, 1, 3, or sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That'd be 12 because you have to
rotated.
turn.
Yeah, because I rotated. 13. And then I think I have to get to here, so 14.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, yeah. So there you go.
Getting that short range.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, short range with the LBXs. All right.
Pilot check.
So it's here, right? And then
Yeah, just make sure you're facing right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Then you have to make a piloting check
Yep.
against
I
your
know.
skills.
I know. I'm just double checking that.
And these dice.
Oh nope, I need to move one more space.
Wait, does the aerospace pilot have to make a piloting check? Oh no, because you're just like flying in your normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
If I did any silly maneuvers, I would. But I'm
I
just.
mean, if he
literally-
was
I
in
hit a
mech
certain
mode and
point
he
and
was
turn.
running, the answer would be yes. But
Oh yeah.
He puts on his
no,
shades.
as an
I was
aerospace
inverted.
pilot, he has to make a piloting
No.
check whenever he takes damage.
I got a 10 on the die, so I
Very true.
am solid
Because I could lose control.
on my piloting check. All right, so that's my movement.
That's why you really never want to. We never want to fight a landing dropship because, you know, for one thing, the dropship will fall out of the sky. But for a second thing, because they'll fall out of the sky, they have no reason not to just alpha strike you into non-existence.
Exactly. If you can't nuke them from far away, just stay away.
Just go away.
Just wish stand there going, all right, come on.
Move by not moving, right?
Yeah, I think
everyone.
everyone's moved.
Oh, we need our dice though. How many spaces?
Yeah, we're on a
do
dice
you-
bag.
The
Oh, there
hatchet
you are.
man isn't moving. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna move.
Okay.
Someone knocked
all
over
right.
the dice. And for 14 hex, or no, it's less than 14.
How many
one-
hexes did you move?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7,
Oh,
8,
boy.
9.
Okay,
Hexes.
that's a +3.
You go back to
Okay.
that table.
+3 is pretty solid. It's more than I will ever get not in space.
Crazy with that guy? No. Okay. All right. Write these down. You know, I was looking over Mechwarrior Destiny XP just now, and it turns out you guys will get 1 point of XP for forcing the Hunchback to fly off into the middle of nowhere. Because
Nice.
enemy target leaves the battlefield as 1 experience point. I was worried you wouldn't get any experience for it, but 2 targets crippled is 1 XP each, and
Nice.
enemy target leaves the battlefield as 1.
We just gotta delay this as long as we can to farm experience points off of the waves.
Hey, Uncle will
That's
appreciate
when
that 'cause
no,
he's
no.
behind.
That's when you take
Look,
one
man.
cockpit hit. Your cockpit cracks and you die.
Yeah. What I want to do,
Sucked out into
but I
space.
can't in this game, would be like shove my hatchet into this panther and use it as like a human shield with the autocannon behind
Oh my
it.
god.
So just-
Okay, John Wick, calm down.
You can only do
what I
that
want
if
to do so bad.
you can only do that if your mech is a centurion, because then you have your centurion shield.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, that'd be great.
I mean, mech shield equipment shows up on Solaris at some point.
It does.
Oh, I would totally do the Black Knight with a shield and sword. That
Oh,
would be so dope.
You're about 50 years too early because that painted all white ghost fights the clanners,
Well, in 50 years of game time, if we're still playing.
right? I think it has a shield. I know it has a sword.
What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
think-
The Black Knight?
Yeah,
oh, you're
the
talking about
Comstar Black Knight.
Clambuster Black Knights.
Yeah, that one has a shield, right? I know it has a
no,
sword.
I think it has a sword. I don't think it has
Yeah.
a shield. I
Oh
don't-
damn.
I could have a
I'm not
custom
an expert
one.
on Clambuster mechs. They literally only fight in one battle.
Yeah,
All right.
designed for one thing.
So what's the round gonna be like?
Well, the Panther shoots first, and he's going to fire on the Dragoon.
Oh, I didn't know they could shoot. Because I thought he was doing the thing.
There's nothing
Okay.
that stops him from shooting.
Fair enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you're what, 6 hexes away?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not a problem for me. You're right there at my short range, so I didn't move.
I got a 3 on the die.
4, 5, 6, 7 to hit. I'm gonna go overheat real quick. Oh, double ones! Okay, he hits your left torso for whatever a regular PPC's worth of damage is. 10? 10. Alright, so this
That's the last
pristine, beautiful Dragoon with Amaris Empire era armor that hasn't been touched since the Star League all of a sudden is rivuletting everywhere. The bigger problem is we now need to see if you get a breach on that armor.
It didn't go through the armor.
Well, you roll to see if you get listen, you
In
automatically breach if it goes through.
Oh,
In space, you roll with every hit.
Yep.
got it.
Okay, so it's a 5, so it does not breach, which means you don't instantly destroy the mech.
Oh, sorry, I put on the right torso. It's the left torso.
God.
No, you were right. It's the left torso. Let's make
it's
it
an
as
8.
confusing as possible. Let me confirm.
Yeah,
It's the
Jesus.
left torso.
Wow.
Yeah. The teal one is the location.
Yeah, I got it.
Purple's
No.
cluster.
No, I know.
Wait, why would the whole mech go down if the left torso is?
Because he's got triple fusion engines in the left torso. And if
Is it
that gets
XL?
vented to space, the mech will be disabled until the armor
'Cause the
gets
engine's offline.
repressurized. Yep, the
Yeah.
engine will go offline.
Yeah, because he has the XL engine.
Yep.
Look, inner sphere XL engine, not great.
Not great. Not great.
Not
Clan
great for
XL
0G.
engine, superior choice.
Yeah, a Clan XL
All
can
blood
continue
named
because
no
it only
to
has
choose.
2 engines instead of 3 in that slot. So everyone knows your engine's dead on 3 hits, right? That's why it says engine hits 3. So that's why your side torso with the 3 hits means you're dead. The Clan versions only have 2, which means you're still operating even though your engine's totally fucked.
So Innersphere
Gotcha.
XL fusion engines, and for the same matter, Clan XL mean lighter mechs,
Yeah.
more firepower, potentially more armor, but you don't have to get through to that center. Well, with Clan mechs, you still do have to get through to that center torso.
I returned.
And that's why
fire.
clans are so scary. Beyond the fact that they carry almost twice as much weaponry compared to Innersphere
Yeah.
mechs.
So they just fired a
At the
PPC,
time.
right?
Yes.
It can't fire again the entire
No,
game.
that thing is going to be toasty for a while.
So it's going to build 10 points of heat and dissipate 3, which means it'll be 7 for this round.
How much heat did I dissipate? Or sorry,
It's
that's
divided by
Display at
4.
1/6 rounded up.
Or 1/6 rather. I just paid it 4.
No, sorry, I meant how much did I generate with the run? I'm trying to remember.
A run generates 2.
Okay, got it.
You guys are up.
Okay. Do you mind if I go first, just shooting, because I know exactly what I'm doing? All right. All right. I'm going to unload on the Panther. I'm going to use my LBXs. So, and I'm
Just
going to
Alpha
use.
Strike?
No, I'm not going to use the PPC because I don't want to.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. We
That
got,
dude's a good mech.
We got a
I
few
love
ra-
that mech.
We got a
That's a
few
good
rounds
mech.
to go, man. So, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Okay, so let's see. I ran for 3. So someone help me do the math because it's been a while to work on this. So for the running,
What's your gunnery to start with?
Plus 2 to hit.
my gunnery is 2.
Okay.
No, sorry, 3.
There's an acronym to remind you.
If
GRASS.
you're,
What's it? AP? Do you remember the acronym
No, I have no idea.
for
what you're
summoning
talking
mods? Okay.
about. No. So you start at 3, plus 2 for running.
Got
There won't be a range penalty because you're in short range.
Right.
That's it.
yeah. So you're
Oh.
at
Didn't
5.
move.
Hitting on 5.
He
Sweet.
didn't move.
The question is, are you firing slugs or clusters? Because clusters fire at -1, but they do that breaching shit, which is why they're so messed up in space.
Yeah, they're really good in space, but you're not going to be able to
You can
rearm
never,
them.
you can't get more cluster rounds.
Right. I think I'm gonna use them because right now we want to save as many as we can.
This is kind of the perfect opportunity to use them. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe, but
Let me push back on that.
Let me throw this at you. This is an opportunity where you basically have 4 people firing on one defenseless light mech. This guy's
Yeah.
probably going to go down this round no matter what happens. Those cluster rounds are irreplaceable for the next 25 years.
Okay. Let me.
It might. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be.
Atlas stand in there, I would still say yes, but
Yeah.
If it was
exactly.
an Atlas there, I would be like, oh
Look,
yeah, go ahead. You could probably
we
take
have-
him out yourself.
We
You
have
could solo
multiple
him.
waves of enemies coming, and this guy is probably not worth the shot.
Got
There's
it.
going to be people that are
point.
absolutely worth the shot. I just don't know what they are yet. But
Yeah.
it would be bad.
good point.
Yeah, it's a fair point. All right, I'm gonna go slugs. So slugs hitting on 4 or 5s.
Okay.
All right.
all that beautiful bean footage.
anything that shows up on your
Nice.
sensors about
Definitely
equal
hits.
tonnage to you, that's a fair one to go after. A Warhammer shows up.
Okay, so
You're
location
like, okay.
roll is the right is this front rear?
No, it's front. Yeah, should be
Yeah.
left
Okay,
leg.
so left leg, yeah.
Yep, for 10.
Shot, good shot.
Okay. Second shot.
Yep.
Ooh, spicy.
Very nice.
Spicy, and you get that clutch. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's a 6 though. Okay. All right, 4. Right arm.
Yep. It's internal, no critical. But the
Right arm shut down though. That's the
arm
PPC.
breaches, and so the PPC becomes unfunctional immediately.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
So it's still like
Got the SRM though.
an hour of armor job. No, the SRM has been destroyed already.
Oh, nice.
I got it. in my
Strike,
first
yeah.
shot.
Well, it can still do the generator.
I think
Yes, it can, and it in fact
It
is.
is.
Did the leg go down?
No. Oh, yeah, you're right. I do need to check for breach on the leg. Yep. Oh, the leg breaches. Okay, so you also trips.
does it fall?
Yep.
Does that mean it didn't move technically? So
Well,
falling
it
down-
doesn't fall yet. He has to make a roll to see if he falls. Leg destroyed.
He has
Oh, no.
lost-
Leg destroyed,
Oh.
automatic fall. Okay,
Oh,
so
well. Oof.
well, he doesn't fall to the end of the round. So let's see if he's even alive to face that. The rest of you is still shooting.
Want Paul Kahn to go next? I think.
Yeah. That'd be cool because I got 3 shots at 6s.
Oh heck yes.
You didn't
what-
move.
What is the call sign of this mech that we've just shot at? The Dragon 2 or Dragon
Dragon
3?
2.
Dragon.
You can just call it Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something. I was gonna say like
You have been disabled.
PCMS forces. Stand down. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ball's just like, I'm just going to keep flying and shooting things.
Good strategy. It's working.
My AFF still hasn't
Dragon.
updated. Just fire.
Panther, disable the ECM and we will let you live.
You don't get any response.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, it takes some right torso damage with no breach. Let's
It
get
wouldn't be
your shots.
it wouldn't be Draconos if they weren't suicidal.
Yeah.
Wow. That'd be like saying they wouldn't have a stick up their asses unless they were Merrick.
Look, man.
All right.
Over half our gladiators in Solaris Knights are Merrick, which is so weird for me because they're the shit cans of the Battletech universe. They get no stories where they're the heroes. Their intelligence agency is considered the worst out of everybody, and that's including the Maskarova, who basically just go, oh, this is the terrorist that was responsible. We pulled him off of the street and his 2 children. We're going to execute him live in front of you. And the real terrorist is going, I don't know who that guy is. Shit. and the Merrick intelligence is considered worse than that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Their acronym is SAFE.
Real quick, Soundwave. What is C3I on your weapons?
Don't worry about that. That's
Okay.
C3
Actually,
computer improved. You won't have to worry about it.
Okay, I was just curious.
Okay, so
time.
what it is it's a system that when other
Like
people
sensors.
have C3, you can shoot as if you were firing from their position. So like long range mechs could fire as if they were firing from their scout.
That's dope.
It's
That's why that has
advanced
it.
spotting, and it's very good. And you can link enough units together to get a whole company firing together.
It was one of the points of the build was supposed to be it fly out scout has a snub nose so it can do a lot of damage, and then it could target your long range fire. But these things never went in production, so it was more of
C3I
like
doesn't
this
get
was really cool,
reinvented
and it didn't
for
work.
30 years.
Yep.
Awesome.
Basically, Paul has this thing as a showpiece, and now he's having to use
It
it.
basically never gets used except by Draconis Combine, Elite Strike teams, and a couple Comstar divisions.
Freebies.
Very cool. Awesome.
But man,
Alright.
the story in the Battletech storylines, when it works, it's great. It's literally just like, and then a whole company of catapults fire on one mech and they explode in one hit as a single scout mech at extremely short range tags them.
Awesome.
Yeah, who's still shooting? Right, Paul?
me.
We
It's me now.
got you.
Yep. So I believe I'm hitting on the right side because I came from
That's correct.
this angle.
Yep. And I've changed it to move, but it technically doesn't do that until the end of the phase.
In the silence, Anko says,
Shot medium laser.
Your life is forfeit.
That's a hit. Update.
That'll do it.
Location. Which one?
Which strike red for?
So that's right side 6.
That's a right leg.
Right leg with medium laser.
It's already crippled.
"Oh, it's right." Did I hit left leg or right leg?
Yeah, you hit the
other
left.
leg.
Oh, no.
But if it breaches this leg, then
If you
it's
cripple
disabled.
both legs, it's disabled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, second shot.
If it had both arms working, it could prop itself up on its torso, but currently both arms are non-functional, so...
Second medium laser missed.
Okay.
And then the PPC.
Big boy.
Oh, cocked.
Big boy. No update. Counts it.
Yep. 7. That's right torso.
For how much?
10.
It's both torsos right there.
No, that's the same torso.
Oh,
Right torso is going to knock out 4 heat sinks, and so his potential heat is going to jump up to 11.
these guys do. So is that disabling him already because he's like crazy heat?
11 is not crazy heat.
It's not disabling him, but at this point, the number of
14
things
is
that
when
this
you
thing
run for-
can do is very small.
14 is when you roll for shutdown, which is bad. 19 is ammo explosion, which is really bad.
Which unfortunately, if I could hit him with both of those lasers, it would have been a little
Does anyone else have yet to act?
Eric, were you gonna shoot or you?
Me, but I figured I had to role play with this guy because he's flagging to surrender, right?
Okay, so at the beginning of the round, he was under an ECM bubble. Now he's not, so you could see, I think, with your mech, like, magnetic booting to the low gravity, you're looking down on this guy, you could see him in the cockpit, he's, like, trying to discharge his weapons so that they don't have any ammo in them. You could see his mech starting shutdown procedure, but he's not there yet. Occasionally he, like, looks out of the cockpit and sees a trail of junk coming out from where you slash with your axe. It's like when you pulled the axe out, some of the stuff came with it, but it's all moving very slowly towards your mech. You can hear him in scattered Japanese, which I don't have the capacity to say, "Oh, great dragon, please save me. Coordinator of the Draconis Combine, save me, I'm going to be killed. I'm just doing my job." But that's what he's saying in Japanese. I can't emulate the Japanese that well. But
Eric's
imagine
getting
it sounds
that
like
text on his screen that slowly changes
it's
from Japanese to
Takemura
English.
from,
I don't want to kill. Yeah, I don't.
from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to kill the guy, and I just want to like knock off his legs. You know what I mean? Like, because I know he's not going to surrender.
He's
that's what I
already
have to
surrendered.
do.
He's surrendered
he
right
already
now.
did
He's
surrender.
trying to.
It's the other Panther that hasn't surrendered
Yeah,
that's
it's the
trying
other
to shut
pit.
down
It's
the
the one
power
that they're
plant.
currently shooting at. This guy has announced that he's surrendering, but the only one who heard that was Onko.
No,
And he's
I-
very clearly attempting to surrender, but until the end of the round, the laws of war say he's still a legitimate target.
Yeah.
And
If
I
you wanna go after his legs, you
Red
certainly
3, I'm
can.
hearing no surrender from this Panther.
They did
That's
surrender. Yeah. Panther 1 has not surrendered. Panther 2 has.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Wow. Are you gonna attack him?
No.
Okay.
I'm just marking it off as destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Roger
not
that.
he's
Update
not
my
technically
IFF.
destroyed, so you don't get any any like destroyed light mech 1 or anything like that in your fame.
We also don't get like infamy for
He's technically
people.
crippled, right? You don't take a fame penalty for murdering the shit out, and you also don't get any investigations going. Hey, so Paul Khan reported that you attacked a surrendered guy.
I was paid really well to tell on you.
So curiously,
that here.
what ended up happening with the Panther 1? Were we able to knock it out before it took out the generator?
No. It definitely is not.
That's why the generator's like marked with the green.
It's not yet.
It's not yet. I'm gonna remove it in a second. Don't worry. It doesn't happen till the end of the round. The thing is, he's still active at the end of the round. So now that we're doing heat and we're at the end of the round, we are removing it.
Yeah,
it's gone.
All right, we can't shoot these things off of them the way this game works. We have to physically bully them off of it.
Yeah, we have to knock them.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm noticing.
We're 0 for 2 trying to shoot them off of them, so we gotta change plan. Okay.
Yeah.
The push was the only successful. So.
Okay. At the end of the
firing
round,
solutions aren't disengaging their ECMs. They're breaking up these generators. We have to switch up our tactics, Red Team.
Roger that, Red 2.
Acknowledged.
at the end of the round, remove your movement dice and do your heat. Just remember you dissipate 1/6 rounding up.
I have no heat.
Some of you are going to build heat.
I'm just Kuro.
It's only 2 though.
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Thing is, the thing about heat is it keeps on coming.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm keeping on.
Okay, so at the beginning of the next round, the satellite has moved to this position.
Spicy meatball flying through his face now.
Panther 1 begins... Well, at the end of the round, Panther 1 begins to signal he's starting shutdown procedure, but I think he's within 6 hexes of the Dragoon, so he's technically under the ECM.
Yep.
So, the only one who can hear it is Anko, and it's her choice as to whether to pass that information along or not.
Yeah, I think this
the
time
rest of you can see the mech is starting to shut down, but again, it's not going to shut down until the end of the next round.
I think this time she's a little bit upset that he didn't comply, and this is going to be a message.
It's flickering on our like IFF sensors as it's trying to like turn off.
Okay. Let's roll initiative then.
All right, that'd be me.
Come on, Jasper. Oh, that's not great. It's all we want.
Do you want to re-roll that?
I'm gonna re. Do I get to know the totals before I get to choose to re-roll, or is this the time I have to declare?
Yeah, you can wait for.
What's your
My total would be 7.
Okay, you do lose.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend an edge to re-roll them.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna re-roll both dice here because that was just Garbo.
That's a wise move. Yeah, you're good.
That's better. That's much better.
I'll take that one instead.
All right.
That's an 8. 12.
It was like, wait.
I mean, a natural
8 on the dice. Yeah, 8 on the dice. Yeah.
For my part, I have one opponent in the midst of shutting down who will take no other actions this turn.
And I will be clear. I told them if they do not surrender, their life is forfart.
Okay.
They know it. But they're also...
They did try to surrender, though.
Also,
they're trying to surrender now after they've accomplished
part
of their mission.
Yeah.
And they're now face down, flat on the ground.
Yeah. Like
also,
mech is spent into space.
For every mech we leave on the battlefield, that's one less entry point they can use to get onto the map, and we can start using it as to funnel them into spaces.
That is technically true. Yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
All right. Well, let me just
because you can't occupy the same square. So what you're doing is keeping them in as unusable squares.
Yeah.
Well, if we disable or destroy a mech, they're still in that space, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So then they can't come on board or get into that square because an ally's occupied it. Yeah, they can't stop there. So theoretically, we should just start walling up the bodies around the power generators and just deny them.
This guy plays They Are Billions.
Oh my god! All right.
I'll just move by not moving because there's no reason for me to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think do we because we have the comm channels and all that stuff, do we know where the enemy is going to be entering in from if they're entering this round?
That chatter has not cut across to you yet.
No.
Okay. I think Dragoon is going to stay where it is so they can move where they need to.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty central.
Math.
Are you just measuring lines?
I realize I said it
Everything
to
is
the audience, but not.
free.
I'm sorry, I said it to the cast, but not to the audience. My cat snuck into the studio and refused to leave. And when I got close to her, she starts making growling noises. She's enshrined herself on top of my dresser, on top of some clothes, and is just shedding on them constantly. So if you
Those
start,
are her clothes now.
well, no, they're my clothes.
No, AP. They're
Your
her.
cat okay?
She
Mori
does weird stuff all the time. I just wanted to be clear, if she starts meowing and acting up, I am powerless against it. She will. I can't do anything to stop her. She's just in a mood today.
You have no power here.
It's true. She's been on a rampage. She bit me earlier today.
Actually, I take it back. I'm going to move the Dragoon to be right next to the power generators.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's
good.
see.
There's-
One.
So who else still needs to move?
Me, but I think I'm gonna move by not moving,
5,
unless I like
6,
want to move just
7.
like a little bit.
7, 8.
2 throws
Like-
capacity.
Eric, I would at least turn around.
I'm
7.
and not face.
So I'm going to go there with
'Cause,
11.
Like-
so that you're not facing just like the dead mech.
So,
You know what I mean?
Well, can they? Is this a valid entry point or no?
No, I mean I'm assuming there's still like
No, it's
a
still
hunk
it's
of
still
metal.
physically there. It's just
It's shut down.
yeah.
Okay, so that's an invalid square for them to enter.
Right.
Yeah, of course I
Right.
would turn. Then yes, I would absolutely turn around. Thank you.
turn and walk away. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.
I need
Basically-
you, Anko, to make a piloting check.
Yep.
You could potentially slip off the map and die. No, you're good.
Nope.
That would be bad.
Yeah,
That
pretty much would be bad.
I still haven't used any storage points or any points. So I'm good.
That would be the most like the funny worst way, but also most comedic way for your house to end is a
Yeah.
failed piloting check just sends you careening out into space and
With a
it's
Dragoon.
Seppuku house.
Yeah.
Dying floating randomly in space. It's a seppuku thing.
Space Cowboy plays the background.
That's how Kuro died too.
Oh my god,
Oh my
that's
God.
hilarious.
House Khan, you got anything going on this round? Just gonna hover?
I'm just going to move because I do have to keep moving.
Oh, you're just gonna
because-
teleport, I guess.
But he's going to end up. This is as far as I can physically put him without dropping it into space.
Okay.
But he's actually going to end up out here,
All right.
like 2 squares out. So that way I can flip around and hit that line again if I need to.
Understood.
I just didn't want to play with the lock game because it's not.
Yep.
It doesn't work out half the time for me.
Okay. All right.
So I moved 6 spaces. So is that 2?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's still at altitude.
Okay. You
4,
guys can
by the
shoot
way.
now. And as far as you know, he's not. You can tell his mech suddenly spiked and heated up, and you can see that something is happening with the mech that's unusual. But he's not making any attempt to stand up, and for all the rest of you know, he has not yet broadcast a surrender.
And I think on a private channel to the Panther 1.
I told you, your life is forfeit if you do not surrender.
He just says, "I am surrendering."
I am, you jerks.
After you made it difficult for us to evacuate our friends and family off this station. Farewell.
It's doing my
Probably
job, bro.
says some really vile insult towards women and says, "What are you, my mother-in-law? This is the most passive-aggressive Mechwarrior speak I have ever heard. I am a sovereign samurai. My family line runs back 11 generations." He's saying as he's desperately shutting his mech down.
And that's when I fire. It's like as he's like in that
Okay.
rant. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is ruthless.
Okay. Well, he's prone, and you are not adjacent to him. So, he has a +1 defense.
That doesn't really help. I'm still in short range.
I mean, that's all I got for him.
But he's also disabled, so he can't like move or anything like that. Right?
I mean, there's nothing stopping him from.
He doesn't have arms.
He has one leg.
Yeah,
no, wasn't it disabled?
One.
I will count him as being immobile, so you'll get a -4.
Okay. Well, I've got.
But he is prone, so he gets a +1 back. So you get a -3.
Oh, I get a -3.
Yes. You get a -4 +1 equals a -3. So with your gunnery of 3.
Gunnery 3, run for 2, -3. You're hitting on.
Damn.
You're hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Technically, because we play the old school way, double 1s means you miss no matter what.
Oh, okay.
So just don't roll double 1s.
Just don't roll snake eyes, and you're good.
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Center torso.
Center torso.
No, that's so brutal. So it's with the slugs. Yeah.
Okay, 10 points of damage.
And I'm only
It's not doing so hot, huh?
No bueno. Yeah.
And wait, how much armor does the Panther have on center torso?
14.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the second slug.
I mean, you have to decide.
Technically, you gotta decide before.
You have to decide before you fire what you're firing.
That's fair. Yeah, I didn't really declare.
Does not penetrate. I mean, go ahead. I'll allow
that's
it.
fine. You did the same thing last time, so.
Okay. Same place. All right, you penetrate.
Oh no.
The mech now is forcefully shut down by the venting of all of the atmosphere inside of it.
What it is a only thing functioning now is the skulk area.
4, 7, 8.
May the stars take you.
He still has life support. Which
Wait, what? I got center torso. Oh, it's in the head, right?
Yeah,
The
he has
head
life
is where
support.
they are.
Yeah.
But that's all he has. He has a functioning cockpit and life support.
If you want to, you can step forward and just smash him, but that would be really fucking ruthless.
What about the rest of you?
No firing for me. I'm out of position.
Okay. All
On
right.
purpose.
End of the round. Take away your movement dice. You're going to build 2 more heat, which is going to give you some problems.
No, not really. It's a -1 movement.
That is a problem.
That's a
some
problem.
people would say.
Nah. Because we still have the ability to move beyond our normal.
Yeah, but you have to do the calculations with the new numbers.
Sure,
so
but
you'd now be a 3/5, which means that the most you can move is 25 hexes. Wow, look at this guy. He's like, ooh, 25 hexes. That ain't shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be moving this turn probably, so.
I'm only going 24.
7, 6, 5.
I go for it.
I don't remember if I've updated the round counter for this round yet or not. Let's say no. Okay, so the magnetic grappler satellite goes right off the edge of the map. It'll be back next round.
I hope another mech tries to jump off of it because I still have plot points.
So we've got a space battle strike. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only thing it could possibly hit is the radio tower of the Jenner. 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3. It hits the station itself, quite near the Black Knights. So
Hey!
as you're watching, like the wing of a draconic, like you're watching it's slow motion on playback because you have no idea what happened. You just see an object slice deep into the armor of the station and get stuck there. And when your mech sensors do like a playback, you watch as like an aerospace fighter wing that's like slams like a part of a shuriken into the station and sinks about 1 meter deep into the armor.
Oh no, we just replaced that. Oh, damn
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna need to replace the whole section now. Since we're doing disaster movies, I guess you could say it was a deep impact.
Oh God!
No.
Oh, AP.
Yep. Come on, give me a little credit here. I'm just trying. I'm trying real hard.
I mean, it was cringe,
sorry.
but
There are no enemy
work.
mechs active on the battlefield. All of them appear to be respecting the shutdown. What do you all want to do this round?
I'm gonna dissipate heat.
Yeah, I'll just I'm not doing anything.
And keep an eye on the chatter as well as the space around.
This I'll just reduce velocity to 0 since we're in space, not crash.
Okay.
Just stay here.
Yeah, you don't just fall out of the sky.
At
There's
the
no
end of the
reason to
next
go anywhere.
round, or sorry, at the beginning of the next round, the magnetic grappler satellite reappears here.
Question.
Your-
It's 1/6. How many do the math? 22 to 1/6.
It's gonna be 4 for you because it's
Okay.
it'll
That's what I thought.
be 18 is 3, and then you'll round up for the 4th.
Cool. Got it.
At the beginning of this round, you get comms chatter indicating a Draconis boarding team is arriving with a catapult C1, Jenner D, Panther 9R, and Panther 8Z. They will potentially be landing in the following places: somewhere near the radio tower, somewhere on the south side near the power generators for the comm tower. One will be landing right here, and the other will be landing right here. So I will mark those.
If I
X's.
move into that space, would that make
They
it?
just land somewhere else.
I mean,
Land
if you
on
move
you.
into that space, you're gonna get kicked by a mech.
Got it. Good to know.
It's good if you move there. It's gonna be really bad for both of you.
Got it.
But worse for who?
I mean, if he's successful, he can kick you into space. If he fails, he might fly into space. So
Just
it's still pretty bad for both of
Real
you.
6 1/2 dozen.
How's the melee for dragoons?
It's just your weight, based on your weight.
It's 70 tons.
It's bad for you because you don't have lower arm actuators or hands.
Yeah.
So you don't punch as good, and you hit with half the normal power.
Got it. Good to know.
No bueno.
Because your arms are basically just gun barrels.
Yeah.
This hatchet man's over here shifting his hatchet. I didn't know that hatchets had a -1 to hit.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, so that's a thing. So
All right.
yeah, hatchets are really easy to hit with. Swords are a -2, but they don't deal as much damage as hatchets. No, go away. You've
break
been
'em.
dumb all day. You're stupid. No.
Counterpoint. I'm a cat. Well played.
There's still no initiative.
Well
you
played,
all
cat.
choose what you want to do for this round.
Okay.
I'm gonna own whoever that is. I really hope it's the catapult. I want to own that guy so bad.
So I guess I'll just prep to like ram whoever goes here, because that's the easiest. That's like the the person we'll have to deal with immediately. Like this one is gonna have to move up to there. Does that make sense?
Is he landing on the black line? Is that why it's marked?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm currently facing outwards.
Then-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up 5. I'm squaring this guy down.
I'm about to set up a charge is what I'm gonna do.
The question I have for myself is it actually materially better for me to punch 3 times or hit with the axe twice? My punch only does 5 damage, right?
Yes. And the other thing is, if you punch, you can't use the medium laser and the punching arm.
That's fine. I'm not shooting anything.
Okay.
So the question I was wondering is, if I punch 3 times, I'm rolling on the punch table, which gives me 3 chances of getting in the cockpit.
That's true, and I mean, in an environment like this, that's potentially murder. But you know, it's the battlefield.
Well,
so. Yeah.
Look,
Look, don't get me
They are
wrong.
invading our
it's not.
homeland.
They're
Yes,
literally
I'm
invading.
aware. Listen, I'm just used to saying
Murder.
that, but I will note that, like, if you crack open the cockpit, he dies instantly. It's not like,
Yes.
oh, I got a
Reddington
critical
is a
on the
stand
cockpit.
your ground planet.
Wow.
I know it was pretty rural for a reason.
All right, I'm gonna do a thing. If other people are figuring stuff out, I know what I
staying.
want to do. All right, I'll take that as a yes. I'm gonna set up a charge, so I will turn for 2, step down for 3, 4, 5, 6, turn again for 7, 8, turn again for 9, 10, turn again for 11, 12, 13, 14, and then turn all the way back around.
Who are you charging?
You're not.
The person is gonna appear here.
You are in the direct line. My bad. Okay. Yes. For me, I'm just gonna imagine you jump from this to this, even though that's not how it works. I'm just gonna imagine you do.
I'm just imagining it's running the edge as well.
This is your anime fist. All of the power of my friendship has been put into my one attack.
Yeah.
The season opening
Charge
fist
run.
attack.
Question.
Here's my piloting.
For a charge.
6.
Okay.
Okay, charge.
So
For a charge.
The number of hexes you move is what's important.
Oh, got it. Okay, so if I were to move backwards,
you'd want to move as far away as possible and then make the run forward.
Got it. So the Panther is currently.
Just know
in
that you're only going to
path,
move him 1 hex, and it's going to be 1 hex away.
The thing that you could do though is
I was thinking of it here.
yeah, because then you could just knock him 1 hex off,
Yeah.
and you can also don't have to charge. You can push then, and then
Correct.
you won't take damage.
All true.
yep.
That's
So,
what I was thinking.
the
I could
Phoenix-
slug shoot them and then push them off.
I think you can only do one.
Isn't your autocannons in your arms?
I don't know.
Yes, they are. So you can't shoot and also make... If you do a push attack, that's your whole turn.
You push.
Got it.
You just push, that's it. Someone like Eric can get that choppy chop in, but that's because it's an actual weapon on his mech. He couldn't push any more than you could without spending his whole turn pushing.
Got it. Okay.
All right. The
I'm just
Phoenix
going to
Ox
refer
is
to it
going
as choppy
to.
chop from now on.
I think I'm gonna try punching this round.
Try to
I'm gonna
knock 'em
try
off.
it out.
Since they're not physically on the board, I can't do anything
Eric,
to them.
can I make
so
a-
I'm
can I make
going
a
to fly
suggestion?
down and over. And
Yeah,
attack
what's up?
Just to,
Can you move here so that
down
way
there.
you have potential of knocking them off?
All right, I looked at the rules. Technically, you can shoot with any non-arm-based weaponry on a push.
So the Phoenix Hawk just like
Good
loops
point.
around, right?
I didn't consider that. Eddie suggested that I change the location of where I'm going to be positioned. Is it okay to do that right
Yes.
now, or
Yep.
am I locked?
Yeah.
Okay, I am. I'm going to square up here. I like that idea too.
You're going to try to push as well?
No, I'm going to punch the cockpit. Like, let's be honest.
All right.
I'm going to try. I'm going to hit 3 out of 6. I have a 3 out of 6.
Sure.
Just kidding. I have a 1 out of 6 3 times, which is not the same as 3 out of 6.
Yeah, no.
That's painful, Eric.
I'm going. Well,
What's it called?
hitting the head.
Bernoulli
Yeah.
distribution?
So for me, it's 1, 2. No, it's 1, 2, 3 because I have to turn around.
Yeah, it's a sum. That sounds right. Or it's a geometric.
4,
Binomial
5,
distribution.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have to move 10 to move here
Right facing.
that way.
Don't forget your piloting check.
Yeah.
Forget the plot point for me to rescue.
Got it.
Space.
I love the idea though, like you have like the little like transformer like feet hand things.
The Macross. Yeah.
Well, it does. That's the air mech mode. So the arms pop out. And the little feet swing down. That looks so goofy. That's the goofiest part to me is the feet swinging down. Okay, arms are okay, but their feet are always just flippity floppity feet hanging down.
So funny.
Just running some quick math. If you hit with all 3, the chances of you hitting the head are 58%.
That's pretty good.
I've rolled gotcha for way, way less. I've gotten much, much worse.
See, 1,
much
2,
better.
3, 4. If I've moved 4, is that a 1 or a 2?
It's a 1. Okay, everybody's where they want to be?
Yep. I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes.
I'm a little worried about those power generators.
Yeah, this catapult's going to be bad.
Oh fuck.
Catapult is one of the best mechs in the game, in my opinion.
One of the most versatile, that's for sure.
Heat neutral, jumps, great firepower.
Oh good. I'm dealing with the Panther.
I'd known that the catapult was going there. I probably just would have accepted that we were going to lose the radio tower and dealt with him first, but it is what it is.
Oh, good.
Well, I think you have to take out both generators, correct, AP?
Yes.
So I think.
But, well, let me be clear. So far, they've been shutting things down by moving next to them and Mech Commander golding them. I mean, they could just shoot them and blow them up. They'll have to replace them later. What they're doing right now is a temporary solution to keep the station functional. If they're upset enough, they might just shoot things and deal with it later.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think we're at the start of 2 rounds remaining before the passengers get offloaded. The magnetic grappler moves. We need to roll for debris again.
Debris.
Potentially the Black Knight could get hit. Instead, it does not. This general area gets hit. So again, the station is basically pounded by debris. It lands quite near the Black Knight again. It's like a small explosion nearby. You feel it through the hull.
Just take out the catapult already.
It takes out the triple F burger stand. Come on, man.
My favorite lunch spot.
No, it doesn't penetrate the armor or the armor of the station. But if it had hit the Black Knight, it would have hurt a lot.
Question, AP.
Yes.
I know we've already the catapult's already landed. Can I use a story point to make it miss by 1 square?
No. That was because it was jumping.
Can I spend a plot point to make the debris hit one of the mechs?
No.
Ooh.
That is not a thing you can spend a plot point to do.
Yeah.
Fine then.
Petulance.
Listen, I had to
take away my fun, AP.
I had to suffer through Pono the Mad, causing woods to appear everywhere.
Trees.
He was like,
everywhere.
all right, well, I'm going to cause a heavy woods to appear in the square I'm in. So now I have a +2 to being hit. I was like, how does that happen? He's like, I don't know. We summon an ancient forest beneath my feet.
It's because I'm driving a Forester.
Okay. Let's remove all of our dice here, because there's a lot of them, and
Wait, what?
we just haven't moved yet. Because there's people who have movement dice on the battlefield. And
Oh, that was from my movement, though.
yes, that's what I'm saying. That was last round. We need to remove
Oh. I see.
this round. I have a 13.
Oy.
Oh, I have to roll my taxes.
Your taxes?
Roll your taxes.
We roll taxes at the end of the year, not the beginning.
Sorry. I got a 12.
Oh no, you guys lost
11.
initiative.
That's an 11, yeah.
11.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do
Still
we
lost.
do we want to reroll the 2?
No.
I mean, we have 2 more rounds.
I can't burn any of more of my edge.
I
need that last point.
That in order to
Have you used
declare
plot points?
physical attacks, you have to wait for the enemy to finish moving.
Yeah, so we kind of
So
want the
if I was a
initiative.
huge dick, I could potentially wait you out to prevent you from getting 1 of 2 physical attacks. Right. There's no way that both of the mechs that are currently on the table that could potentially be physical attacked. Well, I guess you're lining up for a charge, so all 3. I can just wait until one of them protect 1.
I'm guaranteed to get 1 because I can either hit the Jenner or the catapult.
Well-
I'll spend a plot point to reroll then.
Okay, all right.
Do I reroll that too? Or do I
Let
reroll
me
the whole
make
thing?
sure that plot point allows you to choose reroll
No,
of
I think I have to
any
reroll the
one
whole
die.
die.
Yes,
Any
you can
one
reroll
die.
any 1 die. So you can
Do I reroll the
2?
2 then, gentlemen, or do I
Yes.
roll the whole die? Any one die.
definitely
You
So
can only roll 1 of the 2 dice with the plot
right, then.
point.
5 is above average, so yeah, we
There you
got it. That's exactly what we needed. Thank you, Eric. Good work.
So I must move first.
The rallying cry of Verdun.
He's
The
got a catapult.
catapult does not move. It settles into a gunslinger stance on its cat legs with its missile banks all opening to fire.
Okay, team. So
Missile flaps up, ready to go.
I have a question for all of you. I did the math. I can get to the catapult to knock it off, or I could go for the Jenner right now and save the radio tower.
The radio tower tells us when what's coming.
Correct.
Correct.
What is the catapult going for?
It's not moving at all.
Presumably going to shoot the power generator.
Yeah, or us.
Okay, well, let's not lose the power generator. So I think
And I raise my hand.
I would rather deal with a Jenner trying to destroy a radio tower than have a catapult. So
Then I will-
catapult.
I will charge
all
the
of you are
catapult.
in range of the catapult. The catapult can shoot any of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't get too worked up.
I'm
about-
actually shooting I will be shooting the catapult this turn as well. So like absolutely doing
So
it.
don't charge the catapult then, because if I
No,
charge
do
him,
it.
I'm like trying to knock him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the generator's going to shut down.
the radio
radios.
tower, and you're not going to learn about incoming enemy reinforcements.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So okay.
I'm personally fine with that trade, but I'm not.
That's
the
what
leader
I'm
of the-
asking.
of the-
I'm
of the lands.
asking, everyone what they think.
I
Which
mean,
would rather.
it does give us an advantage of being able to like position ourselves, but
Yeah, but this is my logic. The catapult has LRMs, and LRMs are just like scatters as far as what can knock out your mech. So like knocking out anything with missiles seems like a very high priority for me.
Yes.
Maybe I'm
I agree.
overvaluing it.
No, you're
No,
correct
I
with the way
agree.
breach works in space.
So
yeah,
like
I agree.
All right.
ruin that guy's
In
day.
that case, I
Mark IV
will.
also, he doesn't like it because it can hit me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
bad.
fly away from it very well.
All right, so I'll turn for 3, 4, turn again for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I need to go 11, turn for 12.
But no, you went one too far.
Went too far.
Oh, sorry.
You're on this
So
line.
turn for 11,
That's 10.
turn for 11,
Yep, didn't 11.
Oh, okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
I can hear you
20,
smiling as you're talking.
21. Do I count the last one?
Yes, you have to be able to move into his
22.
hex.
So I moved 22.
Yes, I need you to make a piloting skill roll about your
Come
zero-G problems.
on.
Come on, Sam, this is it.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
That's good.
No fear.
good. The Black Knight. It's like every basketball or volleyball anime that's ever existed. It's not that you're doing that. It's that you do like the teleporting slide rush where the catapult's like, he's so fast. And then you start charging directly towards him.
The lock-ons of the
pivots.
missiles is doing
Yeah.
this thing.
He pivots around and changes directions midstream, finds the path and
this-
charges.
The catapult
There's like the little
activates
gap
Emperor's
here where-
eyes.
My God.
As he goes like running off of the edge, there's like the moment where the Black Knight's legs are just like moving through the
Yeah.
zero G.
You
God,
literally,
that pilot did a combat roll in a Black Knight. How do you even combat roll in a Black Knight?
he literally hit the ground running.
Incredible. I guess I need to move another one of mine.
Nani?
The Jenner is
Nani?
going to spend its full round disabling the radio tower.
Yeah, that's fine. Can we re-enable the radio tower with a round?
Yes.
Cool.
There
You're
are
not gonna
only
have
2
time
more
to do it.
rounds after
That's
that.
right.
Like
That's true.
There's one
Well,
round
remember,
after this
yeah.
before we're dipping out anyway. So
Well, you'll have to evacuate,
Yeah.
which is not immediate. You'll all have to
we
gather
have
at
to
a
run
certain
away.
point
Love that shit.
and
Yeah, it's
get
like-
on the dropship. And with the radio tower out, you won't know who's coming to kill you while that's happening.
That's fine. We fall back.
Had
Priority
to
is
lose
saving
something.
civilians.
yeah, we had to lose something.
Okay. I've made my choice. What are you guys doing? So it's not
So-
possible to declare a push attack on either of these two guys.
So maybe we should have
Wait, what do you mean?
Mr. Khan go
'Cause
first.
you can't declare a the target cannot be performing a charge or death from above. So you can't declare a melee attack on something that hasn't moved yet because it could potentially just move away from you and then you're just like, I push empty
Right,
air.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I shouldn't go yet.
Hold on. So maybe we should have. Is it
mean,
possible
Eric-
for
sorry,
sound
Eric
wave?
is
I'm not
immediately
doing
mad.
anything
You
means
really-
that I should not go is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is
Khan
it
should
possible
go.
for Soundwave
Con,
to go?
yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Contra
You got this.
Oh, only
That's the
thing
Galaxy
I can,
Brain play.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Eric, too.
Well,
That's right. I forgot about Eric 1, 2,
Honorary
and 3. Eric
that's what I
Prime.
was too. I'm gonna have to go after the Jenner since it's the only thing that has moved.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Well, no, the catapults move too, right?
Well, but I'm gonna knock it off. So
That's
it's
true.
kind of a waste.
So that's velocity.
Hopefully you just
3
don't go
worth.
along with it. Sam.
Is that the same?
He does a
line?
judo roll You know, you charge towards him, he
Okay.
drops on his back and puts a leg on your stomach and just flings you out into space.
So
I mean,
As it
into its
happens,
back.
we get a flashback of him being like all cluster judo champion of his prefecture.
16.
He's like, I've trained my
64.
whole life
That's how
for
he's
this.
calculating stuff.
My
out.
father told me it was
Yeah.
useless, but I knew the samurai way was not sword, but judo.
Mech judo.
I can go quite fast if I really want to.
You can't get into its back arc, can you? Because like a Jenner has literally like 4 armor in its back. So like
Holy
if you
crap!
can,
Yes, I can. Because if I go full speed,
What is it
that's-
with you guys and teleporting behind you this battle?
Let's see. What's 16 times 5?
I mean, just literally, if you just
Yeah.
remove a torso out of a Jenner, it's such a
So-
big deal when it comes to trying to do damage.
So let me remath that then. Let me go one more square.
Or you can do what you want though.
Let's see. Make sure I'm on am I on a straight line there?
I just love the vehicles that can just go all the way across the map.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
The thing
Jenner.
you need to worry about though is that they can't not move.
I have to move.
They have to
I have to move.
They gotta go
crazy
fast.
far. If I don't move at least 30 hexes, it's a
They're like the
Regular hit.
nuclear powered dog from
Yeah.
Snow Crash.
okay. So I end up here,
Otherwise, Dragoon, like things like the Dragoon kill them very easily.
but if it was as an atmosphere, you would see the red hot from his engines as he's just full throttle.
Oh yeah.
But he does fly over the rear arc of the jet.
Do engines not turn red in space? Oh, because they just dissipate all the heat so fast. Oh.
No, that's the problem. They don't
Oh wait, no, they
dissipate
wouldn't
heat.
dissipate heat. Yes.
No.
They don't dissipate heat in
So
space.
they would turn really red.
That's why the aerospace fighters have 6 times more effective heat sinks, is because they have to overwork themselves.
They always work that way,
Yep.
even in that mode. That is 64 equivalent hexes I moved
Jesus.
out of the 80 possible. I could
Okay,
have gone.
so you
What way
just
to
get
flex?
a +6. There's nothing else to
Yeah,
it.
25
It
plus.
stops
yeah.
there. The table stops at that many hexes.
I know that you don't have shaky stick like your other character. That made me
Oh
very angry.
man.
There's a
I want the
+7
bomb one,
evasive
but-
modifier. It's some real shit.
Jesus.
I was like, all right, I'm firing 6 ER PPCs at you this round, and all of them miss. And I'm spending like 3 assault mechs trying to shoot down one 25-ton little flying piece of shit.
Did my
While
job,
the rest of
though.
an assault lance is beating the shit out of me.
But I did my job.
The Panther 3 is gonna do his job and remain standing still and start deactivating the power system next to him.
So
Again.
to be clear, I can't shoot and push.
You can shoot if you declare a push attack now. You can shoot with torso, leg, and head mounted weaponry.
which I don't think I have any.
Yeah. I don't think-
You should. Where's the ERPPZ? No.
No, yeah,
You
your
have
LB10.
no, you have the ECM. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You will only be able to push.
No, the LB10 is in the. Oh no, that's ammo.
No, that's ammo.
Yeah.
But that's fine because if you push successfully, you kill him.
Yeah. And that's a piloting check, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
With any modifiers.
Push is a -1.
Oh, I mean, my piloting is 2.
So don't roll snake eyes.
I thought you were
It's 2 and 3.
She's the reverse of Lachlan.
Oh, you're a 3-2. Okay. That's
She's
crazy.
the reverse of Lachlan, yeah.
Okay. The last mech disables the power generator sitting next to it. That leaves just you, Hatchet Man. You're gonna
Guess what I'm doing?
not
If he's gonna
move?
stay, yeah. If he's
Okay.
gonna stay and try to disable the generator, yeah, I'm not gonna move, and I'm gonna say hello
Pay.
Okay.
with some very combat sign language.
Axe to the face.
Ask him a question, as they say.
No, I'm gonna punch
God.
him. I'm punching him 3 times.
Uh-huh.
I'm aiming, hopefully, for that cockpit, because punches roll on a different table than hit locations.
Sorry.
Punch location table is what I'm going for, and on
So you
any
just need
6
to
that I
hit
roll is
the
a head.
six.
Yeah, and if I hit, and I have 3 punches, so that's and a decent chance to hit. So I'm gonna try it.
Okay. My only firing unit is the catapult, which is going to fire It's LRMs at the Hatchet Man.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, try.
Wait. What? How many hexes away is the Hatchet Man?
It can see him though.
No, he's checking. Yeah, what you're talking about is for indirect spotting. He can physically see him. You're
Okay.
right. Sorry, Sam's right. Eddie, if he couldn't see him and he was indirectly spotting, he wouldn't be able to do this. But yeah,
Right. No, totally.
he's just firing missiles directly.
Yeah, I'm like 9. That's fine.
The real question is
LRM me, Captain.
how
Nothing I
crazy-
can do about it.
He accidentally hit the mech in front.
I mean, really, what you should do is split fire your shots. So some of them go for me, looking to disable me, and some try to disable another one AP. Or just go all in.
Thanks
on
for
me,
your
try to-
advice, but I'm actually going to go all in on you.
Whatever.
There's what I should
Fair enough.
do, and there's what I've already done.
I said what I said, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to just go ahead and alpha strike the medium lasers on the charging Black Knight, but I'm probably going to have to kick the Black Knight instead.
I think it's only fair that misses that missed me hit the Panther in the back.
No.
I
Only
agree with
fair.
that.
All right, let
Only fair.
me give you a second alternative. What if everything that misses you hits the power generator next to you?
Nope.
Yeah, you
don't
didn't like that one? I didn't think you would.
Can you draw a direct?
That doesn't make sense, AP.
because the direct line of fire goes through the Panther's square.
Oh,
like
give me a
that's
break.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that
He's
missiles
firing
famously
over
fire
his
in
head
direct
down
lines.
onto you.
all right. Okay.
Missiles famously
Sure.
fire only in direct lines.
Missiles. Yeah. You mean the LRMs that can indirectly fire in like inside of a Costco warehouse? They're hitting the ceilings, dude. The trajectory. Some engineer is going to show up. And be like, there's no way. The height of this of roughly 4 stories of a Emperor class starship has
we
a
on the
maximum
top
height
of
of
the station,
800. Based on the trajectory of the LRMs for them to fire, it has to be at least 874. There's no way they would hit the ceiling. No, I'm
You
just
are
kidding.
on the dorsal part of the space station.
My brain, when you're mentioning it flying into the building like that, my brain just imagined this missile waiting for someone to open the door. This old lady comes walking out, and this missile's
the thing.
hovering there, and then when she
You know,
finally clears the way,
with a
she opens the
briefcase.
door.
It's cyberpunk. That's a thing. In 2020, you have missiles that can do that.
just VTOL. They just like sit there.
Yeah, they just wait.
Yeah, sick.
They have a 3 in 10 chance of failing
No,
to find their target every round. But,
AP, that's just a bug. That missile's just hanging
that's
in the air.
2077.
It
Stop.
just
Stop.
spawned.
Listen, I gotta tell you, it's so fucking incredible. Headshotting people around corners, just like firing, watching it
Watch
arc
it.
wide and then snap and hit them in the back of the head. And I'm like, 16,000 damage, it's so good.
Curve the
That's
bullet.
pretty sick.
I like the smart shotgun. That's the dumbest idea, but it's
No,
so
the smart
funny.
shotgun is terrible. I thought it was great, but then I realized it was awful.
Just all that spread and
All right,
damage.
so you didn't move at all. So I'm looking at a 5 to hit with both of these.
Makes sense. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead and
miss, though.
just kill Jasper Hiroka here. Yep, that's
so
a hit.
close.
8 missiles on a 15 pack is 9 hit. 9. First 5 hit your right leg.
All right. 5 damage right leg.
A 9 is not a breach, but it's very close.
That's lucky.
4 missiles hit the left arm. The left arm is breached and is non-functional. You cannot punch 3 times now.
But that happens at the end of the round.
It'll happen at the end of this phase. Which
shooting
is,
phase.
This is the shooting phase.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to push, my friend.
I thought
So shooting happens
Well,
before...
that means I guess I'm hatcheting then. All right.
Shooting happens before punching.
Or you can
Fine,
push.
So in theory, if I kill this guy, if you kill something, they can't then punch you.
Yes. If you blow up his legs, he can't kick you.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for with the
All
shutting
right.
down the generator too.
Yeah,
is
I mean-
knock him down.
Yeah.
If I hit that
Fair
head
enough.
with a
That's-
PPC.
Yeah, that's how.
They should attack with more missiles. That's a great idea.
Okay,
Just disable
so-
everybody with them.
Yeah, your medium laser and your arm are all...
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
All
fine.
my good shit's in my right torso, so whatever. It
could
just means
also
I can't
still
punch
shove.
3 times.
You can still shove instead.
Second missile attack
No.
is a hit. First 5 to the head. You could die here.
Oh no.
I know
Okay.
I've been memeing about this, but you potentially could actually die
No,
here.
I'm gonna spend my last edge here to make you reroll the headshot.
Plot point.
Okay.
Spend either. It's irrelevant.
Let me see.
Oh, actually, this might have to be a plot point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, Edge can't make you
Reroll the GM's dice. You can force the GM to reroll one or more of their opposing dice. Would you like me to reroll 1 6 or both 6s?
Both 6s.
Very well.
I will laugh so hard if it just double 6s again.
Listen,
Look,
if it
you
double
double six
6s
me
again,
man.
it's just
then it's
meant
fated.
to be.
Then I'm fine with that.
4, which is going to be considerably different.
It's a miss.
4 straight on is the right arm. That's not great, but that's better than the head.
That's the other punching arm. Not disabled.
That's 5 damage right arm, right?
Correct.
Then.
The last 4 hit your center torso.
Okay.
And breach. Your neck is non-functional.
Cool. All right.
Well, you could spend a plot point on the breach roll.
Let's see here. I feel like that is correct.
I would absolutely plot points.
Would you like me to reroll the 6 or the 5?
Can I both?
Not with a plot point. Plot point, you get to pick 1 die.
Can I spend one of my edge to
no,
roll
you
for
can't.
him?
No.
Okay, then can you go ahead and I guess roll the 6? I guess.
I feel
We
like
want
that's
it
a
to be
wise
low,
choice.
not high, right?
Correct.
Yeah. A 9 means I'm still up.
I want to be so clear. Like, you're taking missile hits.
I've taken missile hits before.
And like 4 missiles hit the center torso. And there's like like your mech cockpit is going breach warning, and like you could see a little bit of air coming out of it, and it's just like auto stabilizing, attempting to correct. All these alarms are going off. You hear a hissing noise somewhere in your cockpit.
Yeah, and
I'm beneath you.
I like the idea that like
I'm diverting power and fucking kicking shit around to keep it up going.
Yeah,
what it is
some of the melting armor from the attack.
Yes.
Manages to reseal the hole.
The slag seals. Yeah.
and your armor goes on your like wire tree display from gray back to like red, yellow, green.
Back to green. Yeah, the fucking green light.
So the computer is still screaming breach warning at you because of course your arm got taken off, but your fusion engine, after being like
yeah.
Red 2, are you still functional?
Still standing.
Roger that.
Changing my shorts.
Honestly, I gotta tell you, that was a really great round of shooting for me.
That was, you fucking asshole. In the best of way, you know I love you. I'm not actually mad at you at all for rolling one.
So I built 7 points of heat, unfortunately. It's not so good. Not so good. Okay, you guys are shooting next. Who wants to go?
I don't think I can charge and shoot.
That's my only
Can I
person
go?
shooting, by the way. So you guys are all just shooting.
right.
Let me check what charge is, but I think you're correct. I don't think you'll be able to do anything while charging.
I think that's all I do.
Charge directly in front of charging unit. May not make any weapon attacks in the same turn.
Yeah, so I go last.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can go ahead and
And just be
throw
clear,
guns.
the catapult is going to kick you. Those will
Well,
be
I'm
resolved at the same
shooting
time.
the catapult.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So base of 3. Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Wait, I thought you were doing
Base
something.
2. No, I can shoot and attack at the same time because this is in my torso, not anything else, not my hands.
So your breach component is still active. You can still shoot with that laser.
Yeah, I'm not
during
though.
this phase.
Heat's a problem for me, so I can't.
Sure.
So I'm just shooting the AC.
AC-10.
AC-10 catapult, medium range. It's 2.
You're
plus
shooting its
2.
right hand side.
Okay, so I guess 4. Nothing else in the way, right?
Correct.
Okay, hitting on 4s.
If you miss, you kill Lachlan McDougal. That's all there is to it.
Center torso.
No, it's right side.
Oh, right side. So that's right torso.
That sounds correct.
Right side, right torso.
Should I hit the legs?
Sorry, dude. You're right. I should have aimed better.
Should I aim better?
So that's 10
Those
damage.
clan era targeting computers.
No crits.
So good.
10 damage.
All right. Do I get breached? This is suddenly becoming a very serious question. No.
Can we force a breach with a plot point?
No. That's not a thing a plot point can do. You can make me re-roll, but you can't force the breach in the way that you could with everything
I'm
else.
desperately out of narrative resources, so you guys.
Are you out of all your edge and plot points?
Well, I just spent my last edge to not get shot in the face,
Wow,
and
yeah.
I have
Well,
one plot point left.
Listen, that was a
No,
great...
I don't.
It's a good use.
Yeah.
I have all plot points. No, I'm out. I actually am out.
I'm
Would
at
I-
2 and 2.
Would I be able to use my plot point to have you re-roll
No,
that
you
breach?
can't. No.
No,
I
only
just
your
want to
rolls.
declare
You
this
can't do
once and
allies.
for all. You can't use it to affect somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
Turn. Got
That
it.
makes sense to me.
Because we did that on a time of Total Warfare, and then people were just like, all right, well, I'm going to become an edge bunker and prevent anyone else from ever having anything bad happen to them ever.
No.
That's fair. Cool.
You know, at the
An
time,
idea, but terrible in
yeah,
design.
no. I looked to the picture of me and Tamari from the fan art that we had from their first date. I'm like, no.
Awesome.
As the missiles, yeah. So that's why I burned my edge.
You guys are still
Breach
shooting
or
because
what?
it's still
Oh,
your
no.
turn.
No.
Yep.
And plot points and stuff.
I can't shoot because I'm pushing.
Okay.
Yep. I'll go
Mr.
ahead.
Khan.
3
Is it
on the
Baron Khan?
back. Yes.
He's a Baron.
But a higher ranking one than all of us, right?
No, he ranks the same as all of you.
It's just.
I'm sorry, not higher ranking, but a more important like like if you're like an inner sphere.
He's
Baron,
just
you're more
he's not from that
important,
far
right?
away from you.
Oh, okay.
He's only a couple systems over. I mean, having a land air mech certainly means he either has an insane amount of wealth or, you know, an ancient family, one of the two.
I rolled the
You
top
could certainly
level.
be an ancient family and be very poor.
Yeah. All right. So I am. He didn't move, right? The Jenner didn't.
Correct.
So it's still 6s.
None of them moved. None of their mechs moved upon arrival.
Medium lasers, and then PPC start medium laser. So that's a 6. Location. Dang it. 4 is right arm. For
This is from the
5.
back, though, right? Oh, it doesn't matter
still
for that.
right
Doesn't
arms.
matter on arm. I'm hoping for a 6, 7, or 8 on that roll.
On location.
Yep. Second shot. Misses.
You want to use an edge? I don't think you've used any yet, man.
I haven't used any yet. Yeah, I'll use one to re-roll the red die here.
Okay, so you said it was the Jenner right arm?
Correct. First shot was
Okay,
right arm.
so that right arm is automatically breached.
All right.
Nice.
Second one does hit. Still location 4.
Another right arm.
Another right arm.
Okay, now the
5.
right arm has been removed.
And then the PPC.
Ooh. That's
7.
right in the center
Center.
torso. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't crit though.
I mean,
That's
all
real
you
bad.
need is to breach. And
Yeah,
Yeah, the center
real
torso
bad.
that's
rear.
the real crit. Oh,
Oh,
you're
is that
right, it is
rear?
rear.
Yeah, they only had 3 armor
Oh,
back
then
there.
that's it.
breach.
You don't even need
That's
to roll
auto
for
breach.
breach. That's it. He's deactivated.
Nicely done.
Yep,
Same
goes down.
bombs.
Nice shots, Red 4.
Right. So marking you down for mech crippled again. Not destroyed, but it is crippled.
I think like that comment was made as like we see the power literally flicker on our like comms of like the locations of the different mechs of like the fusion reactor just like
Baron Khan is really saving our asses right now.
I mean, having the lamb in space is so powerful.
It's a little crazy. But thing is if he throws other aerospace units at me,
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm gonna lose.
it seems great now, but put an
right.
equivalent aerospace fighter in, and he'd be in some deep problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
always under armored and under weaponed compared to other aerospace of the same size.
So you guys turn to shoot.
I
We're
think
done
I'm
shooting.
I'm passing. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Hatman, did you shoot?
He
Yeah,
did.
shot
He
the
shot at
AC-10.
the.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Okay. So I am kicking with the catapult. So.
Do you have initiative?
Wait, are you allowed to kick when I'm in your square?
You aren't in my square yet.
Okay.
We're resolving it at the same time. So I've got 4 minus 2. How many hexes did you move? Because
Oh,
I
shit,
A lot.
sorry.
yes.
Yeah,
That's gonna make a big difference.
I was where the Phoenix Hawk is currently.
But it's your path that matters as well because of the number of hexes. You're gonna
wait,
need to know that for
I'm
the
sorry.
charge attack as well.
I'm sorry. I was here. So I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
16 to get into their hex.
All right. So
You didn't put your running dice, so make sure you do that.
it's a plus
it's
4.
A plus 4.
So
I gotcha.
I have an
I
8
gotcha.
minus 2. I need a 6 to hit you,
I got you.
which I got. Where's the kick table? All right, so I connect.
Just kick me in the shins.
We are on the front side. A 1-3 is your right leg is going to take for every 5 points of damage. It's what, 15? I'm a 65. Yeah, you take 15 points of damage to your right leg.
Okay, as he kicks me right in the shins.
How's your leg doing?
It's at 5.
Okay. It's also breached.
Can you make a reroll?
Oh boy!
At the end of the, you're probably gonna want to re-roll this, because if not, at the end of the round, you're gonna be unable to move without someone coming over and grabbing you.
Yes, I would like to spend one of my edge.
Okay, I re-roll. You want me to re-roll both die then?
What do you guys think? Should I just do the 5 or
plot
both?
point will let you re-roll 1, and edge will let you re-roll both.
Both, because right now, like, your better chances is
Right,
having
yeah.
it both roll down.
Okay.
All right. Yep. Edge for both.
That does it. I think. It's 9.
Same thing happens. His mech stomps on your leg as you charge forward, and the catapult like slams down on it. We hear like, you're like, oh god, as your two mechs slam together, and I don't know, like stuff must be flying out of your mech, and it gets what's it called when you push a sail into a hole in a ship? Fathering. Your mech fathers its own hole with like wiring and shit.
I'm like imagining that, like, since this is all happening as I'm like moving in the charge, it's like the friction that I've generated from just scraping along is like starting to build up, and that plays a role probably.
Okay, you need to make a piloting skill roll to stay standing after being hit by a kick.
Okay.
Again, this doesn't happen till the end of the round, so you'll be fine until then. You're good.
I'm fine.
You're good.
Okay. Sam, I really feel like you should just go ahead and resolve your charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what we all want to know.
So this is a piloting skill roll?
It is.
So I just need to beat a 3?
That sounds correct.
Okay.
Plus your movement.
Well, I barely beat a 3, but I got a 4, so that hits.
But you ran, right? For plus 2?
Oh, plus 2. Okay, so I'd be hitting on a 5. But isn't it minus something for the...
No, not for charging.
Okay, well then I'll spend a plot point to reroll the 1.
Okay, go ahead. Don't get a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Bad.
All right.
Oh my God.
Let's roll through charging.
He starts the trip in the last second. He's
Okay. Take damage from a collision. What's the weight of your mech?
It was the kick that
my
threw you
weight
off.
of the mech. My mech weighs 75 tons.
Okay, so it's going to be 8 damage times how many hexes did you move?
I think we counted 15.
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
sounds
he
about
takes
right.
120 points of damage.
Jesus.
I think I could just pretty much say that this catapult is toast, right? Like, I don't want to do... It's in 5-point groupings, so that's what, like 24. I think
There's no way the head doesn't get blown up. Like, there's no way the cockpit doesn't get shattered.
No, I think that it has 160 points of armor, so I think it's fairly likely that the cockpit doesn't get hit. But I think that there's no way that the mech remains functional at the end of this.
Yeah.
And it gets tossed off the edge.
Yeah, it's going to automatically be tossed off. It fails.
You're gonna roll, what, 15 breached attempts minimum? it's going
Yeah,
to
like,
It's toast.
There's no chance that this catapult remains functional. It's done at the end of the round.
You just Superman through this man.
But
tell
I
you
also
what.
take damage.
I'll tell you
if I
what,
recall
on
correctly.
a 6-, the pilot does get hit and dies.
Cool.
Nope, he's alive. All right.
I take some damage too, if I recall, though.
You do. Divide the damage of the chip. Blah, 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 blah. The charging unit takes 1 point of damage for every, so you take 7 points of damage divided into 5-point groups.
What?
You take it to your left arm for 5.
Okay. My left arm is uninjured before that.
Breach check.
It is not breached.
Ooh, that 6 is scary.
I know. Oh.
And your right torso.
Okay, that
Or
also
2.
is... That's also fine unless it's breached.
Not
Nope.
breached, Snake Eyes.
okay,
You're as far
thank
from
God.
breached as possible.
We're sitting pretty after that charge, honestly.
Okay.
Comparatively,
The charging
but
unit
still not
attack
great.
succeed. The target units must move as if it's been pushed. Okay, so it's pushed out into space. It's non-functional, and it can't call for help because its radio and all of that crap is disabled. It just has life support. Yep. You must move forward and advance into its hex. After the charging attack, the attacking and the target mech must make a piloting skill roll modified by +2.
Which didn't you?
I don't think we did last time. Okay, so I have to hit a 5 again, right?
No, you'll have to hit a 7 because it's +2 off of what you already had. You have your running plus the +2 for having been in a collision.
Yep.
You're good.
Got it.
You're good.
Yeah, it's close. You teeter at the edge for a moment, but you're a spaceman. You've been in space. This is your space station. Space. I'm just gonna keep saying that word.
That last second's compensating for the damage. You're like, oh crap! That's
For the rest of you, it looks amazing. Like he charges forward and he pushes the catapult over. The catapult just goes flying into space.
I'm imagining it basically looks like I just like put my shoulder into this catapult and just like tossed it.
Yeah.
Nice moves, Red One.
Okay.
That's
No,
how we
go
do
away,
it in
Murray.
Solaris.
No one liked you. You're not cute.
Payback for Red 2.
Who's next on the physical attacks?
Dragoon would like to push
Okay.
the Panther off.
Let's do it.
Not as dramatic, I know.
You have a -1 to hit though, so that's pretty big.
And I'm already hitting on a 2.
Yeah, you only fail on double ones. Yep, you're good.
Honestly, it's a lot less dramatic, but mechanically, it's probably a lot better to
doesn't
just stop in front of people and push them.
A successful
'Cause,
push
like-
attack does not push them. It pushes the you advance into the location.
Okay.
So he goes flying off into space.
Here.
All right, so let me just mark down 2 more mechs crippled.
The cat in his cockpit meows as it gets tossed in space.
I think the way it like, I can narrate kind of how
Please.
it pushes. Yeah, so I think Anko looks at his panther, kind of frustrated now with all these panthers flying on this station, and just with this actuated leg lifts up and does like the Spartan kick.
Off this station.
And at first, we thought we were being attacked by the Caridans, but then when we heard the vicious meowing, we knew it was the Puritans.
The Meowsters!
The
No, it's
Persians.
the Puritans.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Wow.
The cat so loose. Doo-doo.
I don't know what to do, guys. I can't do anything about this cat. All right, let's do it, EricVulgaris. I know you're ready. I know you're hyped.
Oh,
This is your crowning achievement. Let's do it.
no, I'm extremely less hyped now because I'm not hitting 3 times. I'm hitting with an axe. So
You're
I'm hitting you.
axing instead of pushing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You
I
have
just
melee
wasn't
master?
sure because you were punished.
Yeah,
You were
so I hit you
punching
twice.
before.
Okay. Yep.
My
Alright, you have a
base is
-1 to hit.
2. My base is 2.
Okay. So double ones is the only thing that can cause you to fail.
Okay.
Oh.
That is not double ones.
7s
Okay.
across the board.
Center torso. What's the damage?
9. What is it?
The hatchet doesn't go on the mech punch table?
No,
Hatchet,
it doesn't.
9.
It
Yeah, it's
attacks
9.
on the regular table because it does
I
more
confirmed it.
damage.
Yeah, confirm 9 center torso.
Okay.
Second attack.
As it peels.
6,
5.
8,
Right leg.
Well, just hold on. Let me check for breach because that'll be huge. I mean, the center torso breach is in game. Nope. All right. What was the second attack?
Right leg.
Okay, for 9.
All right, I guess
Put a muzzle on that cat.
I guess the optimal thing is to shove them off.
It's fine.
Can you? I mean, you can't still do that, right?
No,
Okay.
You had to do that instead.
The big thing is,
it's all
though,
good.
if I hadn't like been able to knock him off or whatever, you would have lost your chance to shoot if you had chosen to push.
Right.
Okay. At the end of the round, you lose another power generator, leaving just 2 on each side, and the radio tower goes dark.
No,
Wait,
I thought
didn't
we
we
got it.
killed it? We killed
Yeah,
it.
we knocked it out.
This guy over here?
Yeah,
The
the
generator.
generator.
Hey, he lost his center torso.
Did he?
Yeah, he
We're
powered
talking
down.
Yeah.
Generator 2.
Well, this is second gen.
got shot in the back.
Don't take away Paul.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My
God.
I had it marked it on the sheet. That's what
That's
it
some
was.
sound wave erasure right there.
Yeah. Paul, you are valid.
real ghost.
In this group. You are valid.
Okay. Let me ask. We're
Sure,
right
do fun
here
stuff.
at 5 o'clock. Normally we break here. Are you guys okay with doing probably 2 to 3 more speed rounds?
Yeah.
I'm
wrap
good
this
as
up?
long as I
I'm
can
good.
run to the
But can we take a quick 5-minute break? Can I get up and go to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know. I'll entertain the audience while you guys are gone.
I'll be right back.
You can. Okay. Yeah. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'll be
You know,
right
I don't like breaking these videos up. Audience, hello, how are you? Soundwave, are you getting up?
No, I just checked on my watch. She's taking
Okay,
a nap
all right,
again.
good. Well, let's talk, Soundwave. How do you think this battle's going?
Tactically or enjoyable?
Well, you know, both, actually. You're our first guest. This is our first break ever.
This
We've
has
never
been-
braked in the middle of an episode before.
This is a very interesting design battle. I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
It's very
worked
different.
Pretty hard.
But you've got enough. My only concern is because I'm aerospace, I can go outside the boundaries of the vehicle.
Correct.
It makes it a little wonky because the table doesn't do ranges the same depending on where you're starting your tape measure. But that's not your fault. That's just because of the system itself. In real life, you just use the same tape measure, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we could do all that, but we don't need to.
yeah.
Because
But
I
this
don't
is-
have any aerospace yet.
Yeah, this is fun. I liked it. It's the simultaneous of the RP side where you're like, you know, your people are going to die, not just some mooks. These are your people for some of the PCs. The fact that, you know, you're getting to fight things and it's you that's dealing with it. It all wraps up into what I feel is very fun. Because there's stakes and there's reasons for me to. There was no good reason for me to go after the comms array guy, other than the fact is if I didn't go after him, I might not know where to fly next. I could still get away from 90% of the stuff just by hovering around the outside of the physical limited play space. But the fun thing is to fly as fast as I can and try to take that guy out and manage to tag him in the back.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I like it. Even if I was just watching at home without the aerospace involved, this would be fun to watch. Probably even more fun, honestly, because it would be very nail biting. watching the Black Knight run across the board at Mach 5 was pretty funny. Because all I could think is, uh-oh. My first plot point going to be spent on me catching somebody in air mech mode.
Could still happen.
It's probably going to happen.
I feel really bad because in this battle, no one has destroyed a single mech, and there have been no critical hits. It's all just been breaches and ejections.
I feel like that's just space for you, though, right?
Yeah, I was banking on having to spend a plot point to do a crit roll on the Jenner, to be honest. And then it worked out that last hit so well. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Okay, so do I have anyone on my side that's still standing? I think it's just
that
the
one.
Panther 4.
Yeah, it's just the Panther
Let
4.
me just remove everybody else. Okay, Panther 4 is going to roll initiative for his side. I want to move that. 12.
Yeah, you beat me.
Okay, all of you need to move before the Panther.
Okay.
Wait, really? Yeah, because you moved last.
Because I only have one mech that's active.
Well, but hold on. If we move this right, we can make it so he literally can't move.
That's correct. You could completely surround him so he has no way to go through.
I submit that we should try to do
no,
so.
that's not true because there's 5 hexes around him. He could always potentially move somewhere.
Panthers have jump jets.
Yes, that's
Never
also
mind.
true.
Then my plan does not work. All right, so let's make it so that no matter what, he has to face his back towards one of us.
That is possible. I would point out it's already happening.
Yeah, so in that case...
By anchoring on either side of him, you just need a third side to force it so that no matter what...
Why don't I go ahead and go first, then?
Okay. I figured I was just going to move to this one square so we can...
Okay, yeah, then why don't you go first?
I feel like just moving here is probably all I'm going to do. This will mean that he's...
going to the power generator, for sure.
Yeah. He can still go to this power generator, but, like, I can't stop that. I couldn't stop that. You know what I mean?
Can we not? Wait, what if you move to the one that's to the square that's right next to him?
Tab it.
Power dinner. So that way I can move where you're at right now.
He can move through my space.
He can jump.
Oh, that's true.
Because he can jump. That's what I mean. Like, I can't stop it.
Okay, so you're going there, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
I will go 3 to turn around. 4, 5, 6.
Am I moving it? Velocity 5.
7 to turn. 8.
I need my calculator.
'It's
9 to
insane how
turn.
many risks you guys are taking when it's no longer necessary. It's crazy. How fast you're willing to run.
I'm a 3 pilot, so like, and I have plot points and edge left. Yep, I'm fine.
Okay.
All of us runs to this one end, and then the jump ship that kicks all lands in the front.
No
One
fear.
round, buddies.
Okay, you guys are still moving. Who do you got?
Eddie
Must be
or
nice being able to pick up a cat.
Eddie or Soundwave.
Yeah, I'm doing mine right now. Get my math together here.
I think I'm not going to move except rotate so I can shoot.
20 cents 40.
Make sure you do it, Dan.
And that's another 20. Okay, so that works.
So you're literally just rotating 2 then, Eddie?
Yeah.
All right, I can do it for you if you want. So you
That'd
don't
be
have to
great.
let go of your kitty.
Soundwave, where did you move through?
Like I have a.
I'm going to end going straight on this axis
Oh,
I have a cockpit
until I get
now.
to basically this axis.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fly across. So if he doesn't get out of this line, I can strike him.
Okay. So if I just get out of that line, you can't strafe me.
Correct.
Okay, works for me. I really
But it
love
makes
to
you
not get
move.
strafed.
But it makes you move.
Yes, it does.
And I keep my
Oh, wait.
6.
The Panther hasn't moved yet.
No, he goes
you have to
absolute
move before he
last.
does.
We all have.
We lost
Oh.
initiative.
In that case, I will move. My bad.
Okay.
So let me think about how I'm going to do it. So I rotated, which gets me in the direction. So I'm going to let's see.
So he has to get out of that line, or I'm
Why don't
going to
you
be
pull a
able to shoot
hunchback
him.
and see if you can jump that gap?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Don't you have jump jets?
I do.
He does. APS
Just
stuff,
remember
too.
they build 1 point of heat for every hex. I remember at the beginning of this battle, you were like, I'm going to jump 30 hexes. I was like, well,
I know.
technically, you can do
Your
that.
mech will blow up, but you
I'm
can
not going
do
to
it.
stop you from doing it, but
So I'll start with only moving
Warning.
1 to rotate,
Shut
then-
down, override. Shut down, override.
and then let's see if I go.
he doesn't need
here,
to worry about shutdown override. He needs to worry about the ammo
2,
bins exploding.
3, 4.
Tear the
so
whole mech
1,
apart.
We call him the firecracker.
1, 2,
Clan
3,
case is
4.
so good.
5,
What happens if you get past the heat bar worth of heat?
4,
At
5,
30, you
6,
explode.
7.
So
I thought it's just a
9.
shutdown.
I thought it was violent explosion, but let me go look.
It says shut
It
down.
is shut down.
It
Yeah.
died.
But you have ammo explosions first.
Yeah,
so
I mean-
if you made it that far, you're done. Goodbye.
10.
Not a Black
11.
Knight.
Yeah, in theory, the Black Knight could just
12.
power back up.
Black Knight, you'd have no ammo explosion problems at
Yeah,
all.
you just power
You're the
right
best
back
at that.
up.
That's what makes you so good. You don't care.
But the thing is, going down for a full turn is real bad. So
Yeah, it
So
makes
what
you
the-
really
jumping.
shootable.
It's true.
Especially if you were in space.
It also
when
means
you're
people
just-
can target specific body parts.
Counterpoint though, nothing should be still standing if you went that hard on a guy, right? If anything's still standing, then you know what? You're not going to win that fight anyways.
you
So I
managed to
moved-
go
Eric,
I
allow me to
heat.
introduce you to the Kraken,
Yeah.
100-ton clan mech.
I'm well aware of what the Kraken is. I hate it.
can I get
So-
one?
Yeah. So I moved right next to
In
the
30
Panther.
years, we could talk about it.
Okay. Remind me
Really fun
then.
one.
When the children of Kerensky come home to roost, then we will talk about it.
An incredibly rare mech in the homeworlds. you'll have to get it in the inner sphere, and in its most deadly configuration, Kraken 3, which is even more rare.
Because it's only Jade Falcon.
I think it's 8 LRM-15 launchers.
Yeah.
That's the whole mech complement. It's just nonstop LRM spam.
Awesome.
Okay, everyone's moved.
I mean, that is a Jade Falcon configuration.
You're good
right?
there,
no one
Eddie?
else has that one, right?
Yep.
Make sure you get your die.
I don't remember. But
All right. I moved. I mean, technically, I moved 11, but I only moved. Yeah, so I thought I might.
Technically, I only moved.
And he's
11.
gonna start depowering this power generator.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's his move for the round.
7. So I moved 7 spaces. So it's a 2 or 3. 2, 3. I think it's 3, right?
Okay, you guys are free to shoot.
I will be shooting this round.
Okay.
Who else is shooting?
I will be
shoot
not.
as well.
He moved.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Soundwave. You didn't get a free back attack on my Jenner and instantly kill it this round.
Oh,
I'm real sad.
you could have
did
turned
I?
to the front.
I think I dissipated all my heat last round because I
Didn't fire.
didn't fire or move. I just
You pushed, so you counted as walking.
Yeah,
So it's one
okay.
heat.
Yep.
but I dissipate that, so that's good.
Okay, so I will shoot with my PPC.
Okay.
Nice.
Space laser.
Wow, you are going hard.
It's the one PPC shot I can take every like 3 turns.
Okay, go ahead. Take your chance. Roll the dice.
Oh, I'll go first. Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
alright,
I don't
so,
care who goes first.
So I have a 2 plus
not
2
shooting,
is
so.
4.
Do you want me to go first, just in case you don't need to, because I might breach them?
It's
Sam's
totally
like, no,
irrelevant.
it's fine. We won't
It's
have to
totally
fight you."
irrelevant to me. So if you want to go first, more power to you.
Okay, sure. I'll do my slug shots.
All right.
Yeah. So let's see. I moved. I think I only have a 2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for his movement.
Oh, 7 for him.
Yep. Yeah, you need 7s to hit with the slugs.
Isn't it -1 though for slugs?
No, that's
No, that's for
cluster.
cluster. That's if you're firing shotgun style.
So yeah, I got a 3 on the gunnery. So yeah, okay. So it's
Good luck.
You can do it. Maybe.
Nope.
No.
I have not used any points yet. So
Have
I'm
you
gonna
heard
go ahead.
about Newton's second law?
What's that?
An object in motion will remain in motion?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those slug shells are going to travel into space forever until they hit something.
You got to actually smelt it, dealt it.
No, so I'm gonna use an edge to re-roll my 2 dice.
Have you heard of Sir Isaac fucking Newton? Cadet.
That hits,
That does hit.
That one was still meant.
and that's it's an 11 location. What angle am I hitting on?
It's front, so it's left
Facing
arm.
front, yeah.
Left arm. Okay.
For 10. Okay, I'll roll for breach.
How's this Panther doing? It's taking some hits, eh?
Yeah, it's got center torso too, huh?
Yeah, you know bueno.
Not breached.
Oh man, it needs a 9 or above.
He's a 10 or above.
10 or above. Okay.
All right. Eric,
Second
you want
shot?
to go or should I go? Oh, that's second shot. I
You can
forgot.
go.
We got 2 shots, I forgot.
Yeah.
That was your second shot.
No, that was my first shot because I
You
used an edge
re-rolled
point to
with
re-roll.
edge.
Oh, I didn't hear the edge reroll. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, that's what you need.
On a 10 location.
Left arm again. So left arm is breached and probably destroyed.
Definitely destroyed.
What do I got left? So 8. So it's 2 to the left torso.
Does that roll for breach as well?
Yes.
That's got ammo.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
breached. Can no longer fire its SRMs because its SRMs get vented and it's -4 on the heat.
Oh, yeah. That's not good for it.
Well, I mean, -4 is just 1 heat
Oh,
function.
true. But I mean, each heat is a lot when you're dividing by 6.
Well, Sam, when you're a jet, you're the jet all the way, from the first cigarette to your last dying day.
So random. Eric, you want to go or should I?
Be my guest, buddy.
He really wants to fire this PPC. Go ahead, Sam. No one's
I will
stopping you.
fire this
Take the
PPC.
victory shot.
It's I'm at 4 for my move and run. I mean, for my run. What's
Okay.
he has +3,
+2 for the jump.
so 6.
Are you within range?
Oh no, yeah, I'm in medium range, so it's an 8. I have 1 edge and 2 plot points left.
Raise your PPC gun arm. You miss.
I guess I will re-roll the 1.
Okay. Using edge or plot point?
Edge.
Okay.
That'll do it!
What's location 6? It's a torso, right?
Right torso for 10 damage.
Okay. It's not so good for me. Left torso would have been the better choice.
Well, I don't get to pick, so.
Neither do I. We let the dice decide, and the dice say no breach.
It's a solid hit, but nothing flies off.
Eric, you got anything?
Yep, AC 10.
Okay.
Torso twist AC 10.
Sure.
I'm hitting you on 2s, I guess. Is this covered? Is this considered cover?
No.
All right, that's all. So hitting you in 2s.
I have a 2 defense, so.
The 4s, but still hits.
Oh, sorry. You have 2 defense, so 4.
You'll hit.
Or so.
It's okay. Right arm, I guess.
Okay. I'll check
10
for
damage.
breach. Da-da-da.
My dice have been absolute garbo. Absolute garbo.
No breach.
Dang it.
Okay, at the end of the round,
Amazingly garbo.
power generator is gone.
This guy is the best surviving Panther. He's done more work than any of the other Panthers.
At the end of the round, all of the escape shuttle capsules begin blasting off. Everyone has been filled. You get word from on the station. Sir Tyr Sauron says, "That's it. They're all away. We're coming to get you now, sir. We'll be there in 1 Battletech round.
1d6 turns.
No, we'll be there in 10 seconds. I'm bringing the unfinished business around. You better be ready to get on board because we're under fire."
We'll be there. Great work.
All right, where are we going?
Yeah, I don't
He doesn't know
remember
yet because
where
he's
the
literally
exit is.
blasting over at like 1.5 Gs, and he's got to slow down before he arrives. He can't precision maneuver.
That happens next.
I'm on my way, sir.
You know what? Your radio tower is still active, so I'll tell you what. I will give you his landing coordinates.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't going to, but you did keep it alive at great cost to yourself. These hexes will be treated, something like 12 hexes will be treated as landing area. If you get in any of them, you can board the unfinished business.
Just love that name.
So again, he's not there yet.
Oh, it's
He doesn't
landing in the
arrive.
deteriorating part of the ship. Okay.
Again, they don't
That's
have
why.
a lot of choice here. They
Yeah.
are trying to outrun an aerospace battle at combat
Also, I want
speed.
to point out, Eric, every part of this station is deteriorating.
Listen, how can you say that as the owner-operator of it? It's
That
got
was Sam saying it, not Lachlan.
All right. What happens if I jump? What happens? What's the problem when you jump? It's a piloting
build
test.
heat for every hex that you pass through.
Well, I have no problem turning off if I land. I just burn 14 heat. Just
I
land.
think you also need to
You would
make a piloting
explode.
skill roll
Your shit would explode
to
too.
exceed your movement. Okay,
Oh,
so
if
let's
I burn
remove our
4
movement
okay.
dice.
Why can't you just run?
I could just run.
Just
less
to be clear,
dramatic.
this panther is still alive,
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
but
functional.
we've succeeded. We've succeeded in doing our task, AP.
Okay, I have a 10 initiative.
Survey says.
You say
10
you have
initiative.
a task victory, and yet we're still on the battle screen. And what's that? I hear the boss theme music playing.
Oh, jeez.
So
Yeah, we can definitely
we
still
tied.
get shot in the head.
Tied. Roll again. We tied.
Shit.
All of our characters are still doing the dance, but we're like,
Ah,
there's
yeah,
no
I
enemies
guess.
on
You beat me good.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I have not rolled above a 7.
You all need to move before the panther.
Okay. Am I just gonna run into the space? Why wouldn't
Well,
we just
okay.
do that?
So AP, yeah, what's the scenario here? What do we know? Like
At the beginning of the next round, The unfinished business is going to, I hesitate to say crash land, but that space will be filled with a drop ship.
Emergency dock.
Yeah. So I want you to imagine at 1.5 G's deceleration, a spheroidal object is going to slam down there and deploy its landing ramps. So you're probably not going to want to be there when that happens. And then immediately afterwards, you're going to want to get on board as quickly as possible because it's being chased by Draconis Combine, Mustard Soldiery, Navy, aerospace fighters that are shooting at it.
Sure. So our objective is to potentially disable the Panther and get to near that space.
Well, technically, you don't need to do anything about the Panther, but the Panther failed in its job, and he's probably a little upset.
So he'll probably shoot us.
Yes, or he could charge you right off the map.
Sure. So make sure we're not on edge, or on the edge of any spaces.
Sure.
And shoot the Panther. Didn't his leg get? No, like the leg didn't breach. But
I don't think it was breached on him yet. Oh,
You
no,
can run
his-
three.
No,
You can run th-
He did get a breach. It's the left arm and the left torso.
Gotcha.
Right.
you can run 5 times your run, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You can also
Yes.
jump 5 times your jump. So he can go 30 hexes or jump 20.
Yeah, but that's also generating 30 heat though.
For your jumping.
Not for the running. He would generate 20 heat jumping, but he would only generate 2 heat running.
Right.
Oh yeah. Right.
Okay.
Didn't he have some heat from shooting?
So we all have to go first. So I'm gonna go ahead and move, unless anyone else wants to move first.
No, be my guest.
Go for it.
Okay. So my thinking is that I'm going to twist. So I'm gonna rotate. I think I have to rotate twice to turn around and go this direction. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to that. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then
No chance you're gonna be close enough to shoot him unless he moves.
well, now his only objective is to piss us off or something.
Yeah.
So
I would say his objective is to survive while also carrying out the ideals of the Draconis Combine
yeah.
Mustard Soldiery. What
That
you
doesn't sound
interpret
right.
that and what he interprets that as is very different. So what are you doing? We gotta speed run these because we don't have an infinite amount of time. I mean, the rest of you can be making your moves at the same time, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Just
nothing
get-
stopping you from tripling or quadrupling up. No, Amari, go away! No one
I
likes
know
you.
what I'm doing, so I'll just go, I guess. So I'll turn for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn again. 8, 9, 10. And then make it 13 to turn all the way around. So
It's
I'll be
actually like
facing him.
16 though because you went down some stuff and up some stuff.
Oh, you're right. I went down for 2 and up 2, so I had two to that, so it'll be 15 total. But I've only moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 gives me a plus 3.
17.
Oh, and here's my
32. Okay, cool. That works out. Barely, but it works out.
passes the check.
All right.
Barely.
I'm moving. I'm running to here. So I'm going to have to pass a piloting test. This is about 19 points of movement for me. And it's going to be 13 hexes.
I realized I was muted, but yeah. I only needed 2 to
Plus
pass my piloting.
4. So I need a red 4. At the pilot test.
Then I'll move.
You just
Okay.
move all the way around the
Thanks,
map
dice.
and back to the same spot just for fun.
Well, no, I'm slowing down on purpose, so I don't go quite as far, but I end up back here.
I have to tell you, Soundwave,
yes.
there is no viable aerospace dock.
I know.
You will need to be in mech mode to.
That's declared at the start of the turn for me.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. You have to be in mech
Yeah.
mode.
I was going to do that now, but I
roll out.
realized I have to maintain my facing while doing it. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'd have already done it.
All right, everyone
Autobots.
has moved.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for me.
All right. The Panther remains in its location and doesn't seem to be ready to fire on any of you.
Where are
It
they
is
going?
not shut down, but it is also not like firing its weaponry at you. It doesn't seem to be floating energy towards it. There's kind of an unspoken, if you guys leave...
It's basically the pilot's not an idiot. And he'll definitely get shot a bunch of times if he moves
So you guys
into
could
range.
still shoot him here.
I thought about it, but I was like, no.
I don't have an Indian range, so...
We did what we were here for.
I don't know. Onko's been pretty murder.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I was
You
asked to help
literally
evacuate
whispered
civilians,
to a guy, I told you should have surrendered.
and then
Yeah.
shot him.
Shot him.
Yeah, I mean, because
Tell me how that's not murder again.
Murder.
So I just need to know if let me give a
I
sound
technically didn't murder him.
call. McDougal shooting?
I have nothing in
Jack
mind.
for
Not
shooting?
murder. If you put
No, I have no targets.
Okay.
I'd only be shooting at long range. So.
I am hiding.
Oh wait. What was the distance again? Is it 14? If it's 14, I could do like a final shot with my PPC. It is 14.
Okay. So you're shooting?
The fadeaway. The
Should I do
fadeaway
it?
jumper.
Should I do it? Final
Hell yeah,
shot,
dude.
PPC.
Hell yeah, dude.
In theory, I could too, actually, but I'm not going to.
I
It's
don't.
too
My
much
lasers
heat.
are. Yeah, my lasers are disarmed, and I can't shoot. You're good. Do it.
Let's see. PPC generates 15 heat. I would be just below.
You need to hit 7 to hit this.
I was just
No,
worried
it's
about
at short
getting to that
range.
Right place.
No, it's 14.
no.
That's
Oh,
medium range.
Medium range. Sorry, my bad.
It's almost at the edge of being long, so it's a 7.
Yeah. 7's a hit. Okay.
And
one
this
to grow
whole
on.
end boss fight thing where there'd be like more waves coming. You guys are just gonna step on the dropship and get out. I thought for sure I'd get that radio tower.
God damn it.
You missed.
I'm gonna use my last edge.
Okay. Reroll. Go ahead.
Yep.
I mean, you
Yes!
don't hit
Fairway.
update
Oh, sorry.
because you only reroll the red dice. You hit location
Shit.
8, which
Okay.
is left torso.
I did. Yeah.
It was, I hit it. That's my bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Left
So
torso.
that's, yeah, and that's
For 10. All right, so it just still breached.
Oh,
Huzzah.
Yeah, I had 2 on it already.
Yeah, nothing else happens. It's
808
just
jumper
still
hits
breached.
him.
well, that was unclimatic.
This guy's just like,
Anticlimactic.
what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, this guy like broadcasts that you're a dishonorable coward and demands to know the banner of your house. No response.
No response.
All right, he just
I don't
shakes
respond,
his,
yeah.
his Panther's fist and say, "I'll remember you, purple-colored dragoon. There can't be many mechs like that on this planet. I'll
Note
find
to
you."
self, change color scheme.
I mean, you can change the color scheme all you want. It's a dragoon.
It's
Yeah, I
the
know.
only
You
one.
want-
It's a
Probably
very
the
rare
only
Probably
one
will
I'll
find
find.
1 in 100 planets.
I think at that, like,
Remember it well, House Supaku. You tried to dishonor my family.
I
will not
decided my own.
Well, kind of did.
Okay. So all I need
shooting
to
them
know
as
is
we're leaving? How is that dishonorable?
No, I meant like in the fact that they like framed you for blowing up like half the nobility.
Right, they framed
well,
me.
they
That's
as far
the
as you
key
know,
word.
they didn't do that. An organization called Sheepdog did.
Right.
And as far as you know, it could actually be true.
I mean, I'm just saying. It
You don't
would
believe it's
be
true,
very
but-
coincidental for this place to send this message that is very disruptive, and we know that the House of Supaku has very significant enemies in the intelligence service of the
timing
enemy
is-
who just invaded us.
The timing is
Yeah.
real bad. Yeah.
Come on.
Paul, talk to me about transforming into mech mode and walking onto the dropship.
Okay, so for the air mech conversion, it's this declared to begin a movement phase.
Okay.
I don't change facing during that phase.
Okay.
But at the end of the phase, I'm considered to be in that mode instead.
Do you need to make a roll of any kind?
Nope. As long as if it were in atmosphere, I would lose altitude while doing it, but we're in space, so I can just.
All right, the dropship touches down, deploys its ramps. All of you rush on. You can see your techs are there, all waiting for you, including Paul's. They're all in EVA suits floating around. The dropship's ramps come back up, but you don't hear the sound of the dropship repressurizing. Your techs are, in fact, attempting to emergency strap your mechs in. They're not officially bringing your mechs out. So each of you is being briefed by your tech that you're basically going to have to spend the next 40 minutes falling to the planet in your cockpit. They don't have time to repressurize the mech bay, and they don't have time to put your mechs in, so it's going to be a real rough ride. You're basically going to be jostled. As each of them like pulls a green flag and waves it, you hear someone over the radio goes, "They're all good. Let's go." The dropship accelerates to 2 Gs and starts falling towards the planet, which also has 1 G of pull. So now they're moving at 3 Gs of combat speed in re-entry as aerospace fighters are like trying
clench!
To storm around it.
Make sure you clench.
So we get Tyr Sauron on the bridge, and he opens a private communication to you, Lachlan. He says, "Baron, there is an incident up ahead. We have no obligation to respond to it as knights or as people of Whittington, but as spacers, the catapult pilot you ejected before is ahead of us. I don't think there's any chance of the Draconis Combine getting to him. We could catch him before he falls. But to do so, we'd need to slow enough that, well, the Combine will catch up with us if we do so."
As a player, Eddie is saying do it.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, he's a Kharidan noble, right?
You don't know if this guy's a noble. You do, I mean, like, samurai aren't technically nobles. He could be a samurai, or he could just be like a regular person mech pilot. It's rare, but it happens.
Especially in the Combine.
I mean, in the Combine, most pilots are going to end up being samurai.
Wait, samurai are not...
Samurai
not, like,
are
noble class?
college-trained Mechwarriors who go to war colleges.
Yeah.
They usually have some sort of...
like officers.
Noble heritage, but they aren't like lords or barons or anything like that. They're closer to knights, but not really quite like that.
Got it.
There are a lot... Let me put it this way. There's a lot more samurai than there are knights.
I think you hear over. Is this a personal message? So we don't.
Yeah, it's personal message.
I was gonna say Anko said something, but
because if it was definitely a noble, then there'd be like no question about it. But like, so like the samurai, do like nobles pilot mechs in the Korean? Like, would somebody
Yes.
of Lachlan's?
Almost certainly, yes.
It's just like those kind of people don't tend to come on these raids.
For all you know, this person could be a noble.
Okay, then well, yeah, we'll rescue.
Okay. So just to be clear, the Draconis Combine will catch up with you in the process.
You're gonna risk everyone for this one guy?
You're gonna risk half the planetary nobility and a visiting guest to save one falling catapult.
yeah.
And you know Haru just wants to fucking kill you in particular for burning her family home down.
I'm trying to think of like what Lachlan would do.
It's fine
in
if the answer to this is still yes.
I'm
right?
gonna roll.
You could earn some big honor points with them.
I'm gonna roll some dice.
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking.
100% sure what. You know what? Actually, no. 100% Lachlan would do this, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's maybe for the scummiest possible reason, but Lachlan's brain is turning, and the way he sees it is they're in big trouble right now. There's no realistic way that the planet can hold out against this Korean invasion long term unless they get help. And so he needs to, even if it's like a risk or a gamble, take any opportunity he has to consolidate any political power. And in that case, that would be rescuing this guy.
This is a potential leverage point. Totally.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
It's a catapult, so it's like
at the very least we have the honor of saving him, and like in the worst case we have a hostage. Actually, worst case we all die. But
Tyr Sauron is not going to be able to do this. Do you have any edge or plot points?
I have one edge left.
Would you like to spend it to try to save this guy?
Yes.
Okay, Tyr will make a reroll. That is significantly better. All right, so the unfinished business, it is a salvager dropship. It is not a tow, but it's uniquely fitted to do exactly this situation. And so like a grappler arm comes out and places the, like, you guys are falling towards the planet and flames are everywhere. They crack open one of the landing ramps. Flames are flying into the dropship. You guys are just strapped. You're just held in place, and you watch as like the catapult is lowered into here. Then it closes. The temperature of the space immediately drops like 100 degrees.
What's happening, Lachlan?
We had to make a stop on the way down.
I hope it was for a good cause.
So after you clear atmospheric reentry, your ship is again, it's falling at 3 gravities, and now the ship has to push against its insane combat speed to make a landing. So now you're doing a 3 gravity other direction burn so that you don't slam into the planet. So the catapult isn't secured. So the catapult goes, it's just like wham. The pilot is almost certainly injured by this maneuver.
Good thing we saved him, because now he's dead.
Exactly. Just he hits his head, he immediately dies.
Flattened.
So
Oops.
The Tyr passes a communication through to you again from what sounds like an aerospace fighter, and from your feed you can see that there is a wing of 6 fighters that are basically following the dropship now. Neither side is firing, but like if they open fire on the dropship at this point, they'll kill you. Like you'll definitely be destroyed. And the wing leader says, "Who is aboard this dropship?"
Isn't that going to Sir Tyrion?
He's passing the buck
Sir
to
Sauron?
you. Yeah, he's passing the buck to you.
Lachlan. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
Technically,
yeah.
your dropship.
Lachlan knows for sure.
That you will become a target.
Well, they specifically are trying to kill Lachlan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what Lachlan will say is, what was the name again? The name of the ship again?
Unfinished business.
He'll say, do we have like a ship code, like USS?
Make it
Yeah,
up.
probably. It would be AFFS.
This is AFSS unfinished business. We are carrying refugees down planet. Do not shoot. I repeat, do not shoot. We are carrying refugees.
We
Who
saw
have
you
I-
caught one of our pilots. You have baronial markings. You are Federated Sons, yes?
Of course. I don't like to let people fall to their death in atmosphere. It's not how I do business.
Okay, there's like a tense 30 seconds, and I need you to make a roll to see whether they...
Over the radio, you can hear the grip of the glove on the.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, about to squeeze.
Oh,
Say
it's
something.
just like that scene in The Mandalorian episode 2 where he's like, were you ever near the prison transport? And he's just like, whoops. I'm out.
I can bring them in hot, or I can bring them in cold.
That's my line.
Okay, so I'm rolling with maybe protocol?
I
Or
would buy
leadership?
that. I would also buy whatever the convincing one is, negotiation.
I have protocol, leadership, or negotiation. I can give
Protocol
you
is
any of
perfectly
those.
fine here.
All right, so the
Difficulty will
+5.
be a 9. You've done them a great service. Yep. Okay.
That's a 15.
So they don't say anything, and all 6 fighters in the wing basically bank off. Now, just to be clear, they are going to go harass other falling dropships. But
Sure.
they allow you to pass for now.
I think big.
Yeah. It's like everyone's like,
Well done, Lachlan.
So you all get a transmission. It's still being jammed because Onko's here. You're not sure who it's from until they say, "Thank you for saving me." Now, Onko, are you automatically rebroadcasting or are you jamming this guy?
It was our honor to do so. You fought bravely.
And I will broadcast that.
I give my word that if you return me to my forces, I will not continue the battle against you, and my family will pay a ransom for my return. In this campaign against your planet, I am in parley.
Lachlan will say, the McDougal House has followed the protocol of noble warfare for over 100 years. We don't intend to break that now. You'll be returned to your people.
Okay, he's still smashed onto a wall. he tries to bow his mech, but it's basically just like...
Question about that, actually. Is it expected that we would return the mech?
No, but he's going to pay you a ransom, probably equivalent to, like the whole cost of the mech, right? But probably like several million C-bills.
Gotcha. I was just curious if like this customary ransom is person and mech, or if it's...
You have all the cards here. You could just return the guy and keep his mech.
I'm asking for what the customary thing would be. Like if Lachlan got captured, what he would expect with his high-minded ideas about chivalry.
The thing about you is that you have a blood mark in the Draconis Combine, so it would be a little different.
But you get the point.
Yes.
Basically, like what Lachlan would think is the quote-unquote right way to do it, according to his high-minded ideals of chivalry.
At the highest mind level, returning this guy and taking the ransom would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you get 2 experience for all of the enemy mechs you've crippled.
Mm-hmm.
You get how many targets did you end up securing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then you'll get an additional 6 experience each.
Wow.
For securing the targets on the battlefield.
That's 8 XP.
Does anyone have 2 plot points left over?
I do.
You get an additional point.
I didn't use any.
Everyone that has at least 2 or any multiples of 2 gets 1, and surviving the mission gets you 1. Now, Paul Kahn, you're our guest. I know we're running real late here, but I wanted to give you a chance to do your Paul Kahn spiel with Onko, because I know you came to this planet specifically to meet with her.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just be clear, you guys can't meet face to face. You have a 30-minute conversation locked in the dropship.
Yeah. At some point, like after things settled down, there would definitely be lots of like, thank you so much for helping us. Like we're in your debt, that kind of stuff. But we don't need to play that out because we're running out of time.
It would be a definite lot of. Well, speaking of debt,
I feel like it's kind of like a flicker.
His tie.
Could use a 4th.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a flicker on the like vid screen in our cockpits. Sir Paul Kahn, or
Sir Paul Kahn.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul, it's your conversation.
Hey, sorry. The changing of the table really lagged me up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I got
so let me explain it real quick. You can't pay for repairs because there's not enough time. In the next battle, you'll be going in with ammo loadouts and armor repairs that you currently have. The best news, though, is that Jasper's arm is working again because it gets repressurized when you're in atmosphere. But I do need to get the regular players' mech sheets back because I don't think any of you took much damage except for the Black Knight leg.
Yeah, I took 10. Well, no,
but I just need all of your sheets because I got to take them back for next week's battle.
For sure.
Back them up. Bag them and tag them.
So just know we're about to do that thing we just did. We're about to do it again. Where is Oath of Endosteel Part 1? There we go. 3029. All right. Paul Kahn.
Okay.
Go.
It's been so long I halfway forgot.
Forgot the thing that you planned months ago.
Yeah,
Intricate
exactly.
Paragraphs.
I have worked really hard on that battle.
I know.
This is fun. I had more fun in the battle than coming up with a plan. Yeah. Marriage. Yeah, marriage.
Is that how you approach it? You just say marriage? Yeah, marriage. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Because he flips over, he's like, marriage. And he's like looking at like piece of paper. He's like, he goes, oh, I'm talking. He's like literally realizes he's actually actively talking out loud, and he straightens his tie. Yes. The reason I was actually coming to see you was we were trying to find out if your family was up for a marriage. It seems that I am now in control, and I need that status. And I also understood your group was the ones that found some SLDF tech, and I was hoping to, as you can see, I'm a purveyor of ancient tech, and I was hoping to discuss.
Is this on open? Is this just direct between them?
I love the idea that it's on open channel.
Yeah,
I love that idea. Oh
Lachlan's just like,
would you like to get married? I'd love to look at what you've got in the mech bay, if you know what I mean.
I like it. I don't think he's that subtle. Because this is not his bailiwick. He's a merchant. He's not supposed to be fighting. He was here to display this, to show it off and try to sell or make some connections, not to fight in a war.
I see. I think
Anko for sure is kind of like a little taken aback.
you have done our planet a great service in fighting with alongside of us. I am more than willing to consider your proposal. Thank you. I wish this was during more quieter times.
Indeed. These type of things usually are more delicate, but we have to strike when the iron's hot, so to speak.
Indeed.
And like Anko has been propositioning others, but like the decorum and like her, just like she's kind of taken aback and a little flustered.
You're more than welcome to survey the findings that my late brother has found of much SDLF technology and education. As you can see, the Dragoon is still within our hands.
I appreciate it.
I am not sure quite how to.
Actually, yeah. AP, you could help me because Anko is definitely very aware of protocol.
Yeah,
like extremely aware.
I mean, let me just say, is this a marriage proposal? Are you now fiancés? And in the end, will you merge houses like Jasper, or will you keep separate houses like Lachlan?
You're Khan, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He's a baron.
Very older house too.
Okay. And like
got the number 1 on that list.
Ancient house. Davians know his name.
Wow. Yeah, I guess like would Anko have know of the Khan family?
Oh yeah, I think for sure. It's an old.
This is like
line.
a cadet branch of like one of like the oldest families.
And I guess like what? Give me like a quick summary of what Anko knows.
They are lost tech hunters. They maintain. Well, I mean, you've seen what they maintain.
Right.
They maintain a land air mech, which are rare among the rare.
Got it.
You know that their family members
Phoenix.
go on quests every few generations to either find new tech or scrounge what they can to maintain. Paul, what else do you have to add? Don't let me talk about your family in front of you.
We were originally we were the governors of that planet that we're from, and then over time we had setbacks because we funded like 50% of land air mech technology for a while there back in the day, and that broke us because it broke. But we maintain a pretty decent stock of those type of parts for a long time, hence why we still have one fully functional mech. But we still keep Phoenix Hawks around, so that way it was an open secret. We had only one land air mech, but you never knew 100% which one it was, because we had at least 3 Phoenix Hawks that were running around when things went down.
Okay.
And we're down to, family-wise, there's an uncle, 2 cousins, and his daughter. Like that's the most noteworthy thing about Paul Khan recently was he came back from academy with a daughter and no wife.
So I have 3 questions, and I need the 2 of you to give me the same answers to them. Is this a marriage proposal?
Yes.
Are you fiancés?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
We'll have to get a ring at some point.
Titanium.
Combined houses or separate?
I'm curious because I actually like the idea of combining houses because then that potentially wipes the Seppuku name from like having it's the finalization of the fall of Seppuku.
The fall of the House Seppuku. That is what we call the first half of this.
Could, in theory, let me ask this, AP, because isn't the charges that are being levied against her against the house?
Correct, and they are being levied pretty much against
Kuro,
yeah.
So could she get absorbed into the Khan house and just like make that go away?
It would give her some bullshit political capital in this regard, right? Like, it's not going to be like, ooh, she was never a Seppuku, but on the other hand, like, it's going to be like
how do you punish the house that no longer exists?
Correct.
Right. And I mean, my question there is also with that merger, we would have then a Khan, like the Seppuku assets would be
you can either call it House Khan or House Khan Seppuku. I don't really care. I just need to know what the unified title is.
Just politically, it's probably a lot safer to go with Khan because then you're
I'm
not.
gonna have to change the overlays again to Alco Khan.
And
Thank
wreck
you for having a
everybody's.
dope last name. That's all I'm going to say, Paul. Yeah,
right.
Khan, I'm a fan of.
So there's some other things I want to cover real quick because I have some Christmas presents for some of the cast members, which is why I wanted to make sure that we got all this done. There's only one place on the planet that's safe for you to land, and that is the Menshikov estate. The spaceport was taken immediately. It was the first thing they went for. It defended itself fairly well. I mean, it's where the mercenaries were basing out of. It's where the Planetary Defense Force bases out of. The local military not basing out of it, but you know, they protected their own base. So the spaceport's fallen. The capital's fallen with it. With that means the McDougal House has literally no land assets at this point.
The
McDougal House estates are your only fallback. You hear rumors that a Phoenix Hawk and a Hunchback fought together to get a convoy of your employees from the spaceport to the Menshikov estates. So there are guest rooms for the remaining nobility of Sir Tyr Sauron, Paul Khan, Anko Khan, and Jasper Hiroka, but and of course your mistress. But you're full up on that. People are essentially setting up tents on the Menshikov land at this point.
Who pilots a Hunchback?
Morgan Griffiths.
Oh, right, duh.
Who we haven't seen, and unfortunately we won't today, because she will appear only briefly in the next few seconds. So
It's just walking.
Anko, I am sending you a message that's waiting for you. It's a handwritten letter that was carried by some people. It is in Discord.
Okay.
And Lachlan McDougal, when you arrive, your two children are wrapped around your third child. So they're on either side of Celeste, and they have a blanket thrown over them. They seem to be, very viscerally attached to Big Sister Celeste there. Your wife is nearby, and she has a tablet open at the table. It is blinking green with a message for you, which I've left here. Who are you?
Excellent. Lachlan, of course, after the battle is like very, wanting to hug his children and wife.
Like your butler is next to you, like slowly whispering, like, "I'm sorry, sir, they're all asleep. We have a plate of cookies for you here, and your wife left a message. I don't think it would be safe to wake them up right now. They're very tired. Your wife just got done, saving my life and everyone else's life."
Is this the Alien movie font?
I think it's called Impact.
Okay.
They use that a lot in Alien, though.
So, the butler's just going on and on about how great Xenia is because she personally defended him, and he hands you your family's photo albums and like a box of heirlooms. He wasn't able to get all of them out of the spaceport. Tyr Sauron has some of them on his ship.
Imagine we see like a kind of like slightly burned like photograph the way they do in like the movies, but it's like one of those, you know how like in black and white photographs everyone looks like super unhappy? Yeah. It's the McDougal family with just all these kids, just like 9 kids, and then like a bunch of like different various like illegitimate children in the background, and just no one is smiling.
Wow, what a terrible way to talk about black and white photographs, but yes, that's technically true.
It's because they have to stand there for like 10 minutes, so like
that's true, and then they have to get that phosphorus flash.
Yeah, so but this one is just everyone's mad.
Yeah, everyone just is unhappy. So
it just says have a holiday.
You know that because you completed the mission in the perfect amount of time, you basically tiered this.
Nice.
Shing.
We don't have to replay the mission. Good job, everybody.
You downloaded all of the ongoing data off of the station. You evacuated not only key personnel, but all personnel, besides the rock hoppers, or as some call them, the beltalotas, who are, of course, literally out in space doing the rock hopping. But you downloaded all of the ongoing data and a system restore, and then you wiped the computers. So the Draconis Combine will have nothing. The station will be totally non-functional when they arrive. But if you go back up there and upload this, it's not like it's like a cruise ship, right? You can't just turn it back on and it'll work perfectly.
Right.
But at the very least, you'll be able to get it working, and probably no one will be ejected out an air pod at some point. Jasper, you have a message that was time delayed from your wife. It was sent a week ago, but she had it wait in the message dispatch for today, telling you, like, Merry Christmas, I'm pregnant with the second child, I love you so much. It includes a message from her indicating that she has found a mercenary company dropship pilot, like a former mercenary company ship. The company went under, the ship stayed. They ran like a family on board. Like the mercenary company was like an internal family, and they had several children on board be born, and so they know how to take off and do dropship transits with families safely for infants. And she's trying to negotiate to get home using them.
Nice.
Absolutely. And I'll be helping.
Just note, it's a one-way trip. Like, if this happens, she's back on with, and I want to remind you, you're currently being invaded.
Yeah.
She's just saying, like, I'm working towards this. Also, I found someone on New Avalon who seems like they'd be a very good business manager for you. Let me give you their contact information.
Cool. Let me move all of the tactical folders and maps off my desk with all the little hollow minis,
so it's
representing
on your desk,
the forces.
right? Because you're basically sleeping in the guest room at the Menshikov Estates today. You can't even get home.
I'd imagine if there's anything that
you
the
need
Menshikov,
a convoy to get home.
I would think, though, that if there's anything that the Menshikov estate maybe has too many of, it is like workspaces.
That's a good point.
That is a fair point.
So the last scene is of Lachlan. It's snowing, and your wife and kids are all tucked in, lying around the floor around the Christmas tree, getting ready to open the presents the next morning. And if you remember, there was a roll you made while having a conversation with Xenia out on the porch that's attached to this room in the snow, where you basically convinced her to like stop suiciding herself to try to go into the past. And we see someone standing out there with a hot mug in shadow, and we could tell from the silhouette it is Morgan Griffiths, but we don't get to see that person yet. That will be the first part of the next episode. That's it. That's the end of the first battle. Let me first ask, are we good for next week, which will be the 27th?
Next week I cannot play.
Okay.
I feel like I mentioned it a little while ago, I think.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did.
I just always confirm these things. So the 3rd will be our next time.
I should be back to normal by the 3rd. Like
some RP, and then the next.
Can I? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right. I was wondering, is there any way in this time for me to burn my XP as a way of taking over that catapult, or no?
Ooh.
I mean, that's a question you need to discuss with Lachlan.
Right.
Let's do a scene about it, because Lachlan's intent is to ransom it back. So if we'll like it, if you want to convince him to do something else, I'm open to it. But let's do a scene about it next time.
So the real question is,
I want to get rid of this attachment.
next episode, you're going to be going directly into combat again after a morning of RP. You won't have a chance to change mechs, and you won't have a chance to rearmor, reload them. Because in the mech bay right now is the Phoenix Hawk, which took considerable damage. So I need to know whether you want to bring the crab from your knight family, Jasper, and I need to know whether you want to bring Morgan in her hunchback, Lachlan.
I mean, how are you asking us to do something? Like, I feel like it's hard to answer that question right now, AP.
I just want to know whether you want to bring support,
because I don't know what the objective is. I don't know what I don't know what's going on next.
I just want to know whether you want to bring, like, concentrate all of your forces at once,
Sure,
or whether you want them to stay, hold a reserve.
Well, I don't know what the situation is.
There will be an attack.
Question.
Oh my God.
The situation is the planet is being invaded.
Question. Will you have access to my grasshopper and any of the ground forces?
You will need to make your way back to the Seppaku Estates in order to do that.
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking about Jasper's is because the Hiroka Highlands are what are being under attack.
Of course. No. Okay, hold on. If the Hirokan Highlands are the ones being under attack, I'm going to ask the entire group to literally get me back to my home so I can bring out the Tamari, because that's exactly why I have it.
You're going to have to fight to get to the Tamari before you can get into it.
That's fine.
So are you calling up Sir... Jesus, I don't remember his name. There's too many people.
It's a lot of people. Davies.
Sir Davies. You want to have him get one of his kids to hop in the mech and come kick some ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. I will bring Morgan and the Hunchback, and we'll leave the tanks to defend the estate.
Look, I wouldn't mind. Like, I would love to do a scene of a breakthrough style mission so we can get back to Hiroka's Highlands so I can get my mech.
That's exactly what we're doing. So
okay, that sounds fun for me, but I don't know about everyone else.
Let me ask final question for you, Jasper. They have not technically picked a pilot yet between Philip Davies and Marianne Getska. He's a mech tech training, and so he's better at piloting the mech, but she's better at shooting, and she's an Aztec, so she's not as technically proficient. You must choose between them who will become the pilot of the crab.
Yeah, I think his son should be it, simply because I'm a stickler for patriarchy.
Well, it's his grandson, but yes,
grandson. Yeah.
Right. Sir Philip, Philip Davies, knight errant, perhaps. Knight in training.
Just knight in training. Yeah.
Question.
You can be my squire for a while. Learn the ropes.
Is there anyone in the Seppaku house that could, like?
You have no additional mech pilots.
Yeah.
You have Bo Costigan, which means you have someone to repair your mech. Listen, if you didn't have Bo, you wouldn't have been able to strap in during the dropship descent, and you would have been slammed onto the ceiling like the catapult, by the way.
Right. So hold on. My logic there for this is that to Jasper, it's important for the family to understand when you risk your family and the mech together, like as one.
Okay.
And so it's important for you to learn that. Yeah.
It's about family.
The land and the mech are one.
Okay. The Fisher King, really? Okay.
That is the secret. That is the riddle of Endosteel.
The riddle of Endosteel? More like the riddle of Pharaoh Fibrous. My ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got it. You must. Yeah. It is who builds it.
Okay, let's not do another extended episode like this for a while.
No, but I'm into it.
Yes.
Soundwaves Ghost, thank you so much for joining us. Let's do your outro.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, Soundwaves Ghost. I played here for some very fun games. I'm usually over on Lucas G Varieties channel, which, as the taping of this, is pretty much on hiatus for the winter. I don't know when it's going to start back up because he has a kid being born somewhere in the beginning of February. Whoa. So we may be offline for a while, but I'm working on some stuff in the meantime. Traditionally, I was running a Tuesday game of Alien RPG, Destroyer of Worlds cinematic experience. Very fun. We finished with Act 1 to cap off the time on theirs with a very similar situation here with an orbital bombardment as a planet gets invaded. Only thing was there, I didn't have to worry because I was the bad guys.
It's nice being the bad guys. It solves so many problems.
So easy. It's easier when you could fire from orbit. You don't have to worry about anything. And we finished up a dungeon world with him Friday night, which was nice. We had a good time. It was good end to that with that. My guy doing a heroic sacrifice that really didn't mean anything but made sense in character. Yeah, it's pretty much all I've been up to. I'm on Discord, of course. I'm always floating around somewhere in the AP's Discord. And as I've said before during the break thing, this was a ton of fun. And I'm really glad you guys let me be the first one to do it. So
hey, thanks for giving Unco a path to redemption.
I got to shoot at his NPCs. Now I mess with one of his PCs. Anyway, yeah, I had a great time, guys, and thanks for letting me come. And yeah, if you need me again, I'll probably be around.
Would love to have you.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll try to get you back on sometime later in this season. And
yeah, I mean,
at the very least, at the end of any year, I'm going to have to sit down and be like, all right, so, Onko, the two of you, let's have an uncomfortable conversation.
Roll for babies.
Well, it's not just roll for babies, but roll to decide how the house works.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that anyway.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Okay.
All right.
That's it for me. Thanks.
Eric, you got any projects going on?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay.
Pendragon's awesome. That's all. Same old, same old.
I see.
It's actually better than awesome, but yeah.
I
literally was crying last session.
You said
it was,
the best game of tabletop RPG you ever played, which made me feel bad because I thought we had the best together. It's fine.
Look, man, I don't know. I can't spoil it, but it was the best session I've ever had in my life. I was crying. It was so good.
That's great.
Awesome. It was good to have that emotional reaction. Good stuff.
I was gonna ask you, but I literally cannot remember is it Pixel Knitter?
Yeah, Pixel Knitter.
Yeah, what do you got?
I've been like hardcore doing some interviewing and stuff for jobs and things. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately. But I also started up a game with Eric and some other friends of my own world that I've been homebrewing for a couple of years now. And I might put some stuff on the internet. So keep an eye out on my Twitter and you'll see some cool things I've been building.
Okay. Sam WizenedFool, my partner in determining the future of Stormlight Archives. What do you got going on?
Oh, not a whole lot in the coming days. I'm starting to get some stuff together for what I'm going to be doing in the new year. So keep an eye out because I will probably be doing stuff. Other than that, I'm going to be here because I'm still plugging away at school and everything. And I will keep people posted. But got to come here if you want to find me.
Okay. That's it. Friends, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Stay calm. The holidays are disruptive. And watch Solaris Knights if you need more Battletech. There's a lot of Solaris Knights. A whole bunch of it.
And thank you, Soundwave, for coming on. This was awesome. It was a blast to have you.
It was so much fun to see a lamb flying around. and like I want to say, like, from Anko's perspective, the Lost Tech tie-in to like her family's like whole education and like history background and that sort of thing.
It was not on purpose, but it was all random rolls. I guarantee you.
I think you actually made it before the Kuro documents scenes. Yeah, so you didn't even know that he was going to come out with a Star League era educational program.
It was 2 or 3 episodes before that was when I made Paul.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I rolled randomly because I just built him just like I would if I was playing from the start with you guys. And I rolled a 1 the first roll. I'm like, that's old.
For 70 minutes past, this tomatar soup is cold. I need to go reheat it. Let's have a good week, guys.
All right.